Hello. Are we back? Is there anybody out there? Am I all alone? God knows how many pings have been out to my Discord now. Hopefully it's... Oh god, there is 2. Will it happen a 3rd time? Hello again. Good evening. Yo. Okay, we are back. This screen isn't laggy at all, is it? I mean, I don't suppose it is because these are just GIFs that are loaded locally, so I don't imagine there's like any power consumption or anything to do that. I don't even have like anything open yet. You'll have to bear with me. Like literally the first thing I did, I opened OBS. So, God, am I sharing my screen? Okay, no. Let me just get back onto the creator dashboard and sit my phone back into where it was before. I'm going to take this opportunity to press a shiny pink button, which I've wanted to press like basically every time I've streamed these past few days, but never did. Let's see how this goes. It's basically just an official version of what Hoy was doing. Confirm, yes. Got it. What does this do? Oh, it opened the thing, didn't it? Predict with channel points. Oh, that's fun. Do you guys see the thing that popped up at the top of the chat? I'm also going to take part. Oh, I'm not allowed. You're all going to lose your channel points here. If you're even taking part. I see 20 denarii invested in this. Now it's waiting on me to choose the outcome, so I guess I'll just reopen the game so we can actually find out. Can't predict with channel points because of laws. You what? Oh, it actually tells me you predicted no as well with a little badge. That's cool. Can I view the votes? Let me have a look. 2 people voted yes. If the restart will have picked it. You have 1.8k channel points. Nice. 680 already, Mango. What the hell? All the channel points I've lost to predictions on different streams. I've never done a prediction before. I've never taken part in one or ran one. That's the first time. Netherlands laws, it falls under gambling, I think, or chance. 13.1k. Wow. Following gives you 500 points. Even I didn't know that. Well, while we wait for the game to load, why don't we go around and talk about our days? How's everyone's days going? Myself, I'm having a decent day. It's my little brother's birthday today, so the house has been a little bit hectic, and I've now retreated to the safety of my bedroom to stream. Okay, CK3's loaded now. And he's not here. Make him play. Oh, yeah, no, my little brother's too young. He can't play this. Hello, it is I, the Frying Pan. I changed my Twitch username yesterday and I immediately regretted it, and now I have to wait 2 months to change it back. Okay, that's fun times. The Frying Pan. Pan guy. Pan guy, you're a founder. Wait, hang on, is that Brat? Is that you? Well, good job on that. I'm capturing the game now, so we're going to see if the thing has worked. Their day has had a good start. My room is freezing and I love it. It's definitely started to get colder here as well, and being in the loft, I'm starting to feel it on the morning now as well, because I don't have any, like, radiators in my room. So, I mean, it's alright now because my computer's been on, which has been on all day, I meant to say, which does sort of act like a radiator in of itself. But yeah, first thing on the morning, a little bit chilly now. Brat fan means frying pan for those who don't remember. Okay, I didn't remember that. My bad. I always thought it was what was the other guy's name who made Fandom Wiki. I'm not sure. How does the game look? Oh god, it lagged for me then zooming in, so that's worrying. I think it seems oh, the game is not happy. I wasn't getting the lag before, but I felt it a couple times then. Wow, every time I zoom in, it's... Wait, maybe not every time? Maybe it was just loading the map. How are we looking, guys? Is it capturing? Yes, it is capturing. I'm gonna put the desktop audio on so you can hear the nice music while I'm playing. I think -7 decibels is okay. We only get lag when you do it, seems. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I also know my nickname literally means bread. We'll survive with it like, but surviving's not good enough. I want to have a nice, comfortable streaming experience. So, was it only when I was, like, zooming in, did you say? It looks good. I'm just gonna keep doing this for, like, a minute until one of you says otherwise. Or say otherwise. My nickname to Brat, aka Brot. Oh, okay. Yup. Is the yup meaning it's good, or working good right now? All seems well. Well, maybe it is when I zoom in, then maybe that is just, working. Okay, very nice. I've got to say, I'm quite amazed I've managed to keep, apparently, 6 viewers on board during, like, 2 stream restarts and, like, no gameplay. Granted, you're all, like, basically just here almost as friends, I guess, but... Wait, is that 9 viewers now? Wow, I must be doing something right. The secret to Twitch streaming, guys, is technical difficulties and panning around the game doing nothing at all. Zoom in maybe due to recent restart. Welcome back, thank you Vanidra, welcome back to you too. Did you do the washing? By the way, you mentioned in the other stream that the 2 episodes are DLCs. It's not actually, it's part of the continuation of the game. Oh yeah, no, I was saying someone told me they were DLCs, but I had a look and yeah, it turned out that no. You did do the washing. Okay, fun times. Right, now for the penultimate test. Zooming in. Did it lag? Oh, it didn't lag, did it? I'm going to choose the outcome to the prediction as yes, because it seems to have worked. Are you sure yes is the correct outcome? I am sure. Complete the prediction. That was fun. We should do more predictions. Try moving around while zoomed in. Oh god, that's a... Okay, this is... If that was the penultimate test, this is the ultimate test. So maybe it was a little bit early to say that yes, it did indeed work. It's all working? Oh, fantastic. Need to remember where we're... what we're even doing in the game, because I can't remember. I know we're playing as the lustful King Hoiblobvis here. With his... Oh, his son died. I don't... Oh, you know, I remember Lanky Lad dying, because I said you should take a screenshot of that. Take over Kent for the realist test. I'd take over Kent. Kent is part of England. England will whoop my ass. How's it going, Lanky? You were just lurking here until I said you died? Good time to join. Technical difficulties are done. Yes, they are. The game can actually begin now, so I'm going to unpause. What if as soon as I unpause now, it just has a hard, like, crash on the stream? This guy in Difford, he knows that I'm fabricating a claim on him. We don't care what he thinks, we're just gonna keep fabricating. That was our plan, wasn't it? Because we decided to actually like try and conquer someone in a war and not lose this time because we already lost 2 wars. Very foolishly, might I add. Let's go down the architect route. Mechbot's giving war a chance. Yeah, I started this fabrication last time we played. Look, it's nearly done now. Also, I have to ask, Vanidra, you said yesterday that you had a CK3 related question to ask, so I guess now would be the time to ask it. I hope I have an answer for you. The character seems so angry. Yeah, he really does. I mean, he is vengeful, so makes sense. Story about the fire roars, drinks have been had, and oh god, it's this name again. Guarawa is calling out to me for a story. My first thought is a famous Cornish folktale, a classic that never fails to delight. On the other hand, what if I told a story of my own life, perhaps of the time I became friends with Earl Vanidra of Devon? That is a good classic story. What is she doing with her hands? Does she have like double pockets just to put her hands through like that? That is the future of fashion right there, like double-ended pockets. I had to get a drink then. I did a lot of talking in the like opening 20 minutes of like diagnosing what was wrong, so my mouth was dry as a desert already. Right, what do we do? Keep it traditional, talk about our friendship with Vanidra, or a mix of both? Well, yeah, why not both? Seems to be the obvious choice here. 15 opinion, close to forming a friendship. 15 opinion, prestige. 15 opinion, close to forming a friendship, and 150 prestige. I mean, the choice is obvious, isn't it? Ah, you've got the question ready. I conquered a bit of land and had issues with the vassal fate. Firstly, when I die, I lose holdings, like cities and stuff, I kinda want to keep. And secondly, what's best way in terms of granted vassals' titles? Okay, I'll talk about vassal management then. Let me just read this event. As the door to the birthing chamber opens, I'm not greeted by smiling midwives and a crying babe, but instead Petty Queen Guarawa's heart-wrenching wails. I'm so sorry, my lord. The midwife does not look me in the eye. In her arms is a tiny covered bundle. Your son, he is in heaven now. I think that's the second time we've had a stillborn, isn't it? Okay, so your question about vassal management. Here we go, testing my knowledge, I guess, here. Kinda grant away small titles randomly, but I think that's bad. Hype. Hype. We had a stillborn child. Very appropriate. So, when it comes to granting titles, I like to focus on controlling a single full duchy to myself. So, for instance, if we were, okay, good example is in France. That's like the best example. If we were playing as, let's say, West Francia here, just this de jure territory, we were the king, our capital is in Paris. First off, you want to consolidate this county, which shouldn't be hard because it's one of the best counties in the game. You can build 2 extra castles. I think Étampes is at the start of the game, I'm not sure, which is a second castle. But beyond that county, which you're always guaranteed to inherit if you are, inheriting, you will always have at least 1 county if you're ruling a kingdom, and it's usually the capital. In fact, no, it's always the capital. But yeah, beyond the capital, I tend to then focus on the duchy, so Valois. So if I'm controlling more counties directly other than the capital, it would be Brie Francais, Valois, Clermont, Amiens, and Beaumont. There's some French pronunciation for you. Oh, and Vermandois. And that adds up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties. And if you're a king, I think you can usually expect to have a domain limit of 8, so that is good, that is possible. But if you have more, if you have a domain limit of 10, that's when you start looking to, I think, build more castles in these counties. So here, build a second castle there. Build the castles in Paris, or Ile-de-France, I guess. Because the thing is, the best thing about the Ile-de-France county is that even though you have like 4 different castles in the same county, if you're like, say you've got like 8 kids or something on succession, so you've got partition that's going to split things up, it will never split up counties down to this level. So whoever gets the county gets all the holdings in it as well. So you don't have to worry about losing these 4 castles if you've got 4 built here. That's why it's a good way to like play tall when you have a county that... That's awful pronunciation. Oh, I'm sorry, KSN. I thought I was doing fantastic. You could probably hear the pride in my voice. I'm very disappointed in that. But, yeah, so that's one thing. Just focus on like consolidating within de jure borders of duchies. That way it's best to be neatest. For vassal management then, I'm going to continue using France as an example. I'm not sure if I'm explaining or even answering your question, so please interrupt me if I'm like not on track with what you're actually asking. With duchy vassals, you probably don't want them to be too powerful. So say we have the Duke of Orléans, you probably want him to be in control of the capital of the duchy, so Orléans itself. Possibly a second county within the duchy just so he is powerful enough to handle his own vassals. But then you do want the other counties to belong to vassals to him, so Chartres, Vendôme, Montargis, maybe? And Sancerre, you want them to all be vassals below the Duke of Orléans, which would be below you, the King of France. The trick is to just keep everything de jure, and that way the vassals are happy. So I see a lot of people playing the first games in Ireland, whatever, say they start as Munster. They end up in control of like the capital in Thomond, maybe Desmond as well. Then they have like a county over here, a county over there. But that's like how you lead to problems. You really want to focus on keeping everything nice, neat, and de jure. Because say you are the King of Ireland and you have I guess a High Chief of Meath. If you control either Athlone or Dublin, he's going to be really pissed off at you because that's his de jure territory. It doesn't matter that you're his liege. He is the High Chief of Meath, so he considers that his land, not yours. And that extends to vassals as well, so if the High Chief of Meath only controls Dublin, and then you've also got Athlone as your own direct vassal, he's still going to be pissed off at you because he thinks that vassal should belong to him, not you. So, quick solution to do that is you right-click the High Chief of Dublin, and there'll be an option to grant vassal. I can't really do it here because I only have the one vassal. There it is, there's the button, but it's greyed out. I missed a lot of messages while I was explaining that. Bear with me now. Oui, baguette, good. Go and cook dinner, enjoy stream, thanks Lanky, I will. Ile-de-France was good pronunciation, good to know. With the death thing that's called succession, that your heir gets king, queen, and what depends on succession law, that depends who will become heir, what happens to your other possible heirs, and other stuff I don't know, like with CK3, but with CK2 you had basically one gavel kind, never beyond this, oldest child gets all, youngest child gets all, and people vote for who comes king. Okay, yeah. Holly's on the right track there. Stuff, ask mech, wall of text. Also gonna make food. Okay, see you in a little bit, KSN. Right, here we go. Well, to be exact, I had an independent kingdom of Angria in HRE. Yeah, I know where Angria is. Then Goslar has an iron mine I wanted to keep because money. But my dude died, got the kingdom itself, but lost that particular city. Right, I think I get what you're talking about now. Little tip, you can actually see what is going to happen on succession if you go to the Realm tab here, and then the succession tab within that. So I can see when I die, I'm going to be playing as my heir, which is Lanky Lass. And since that is my only child, there's going to be no dispute there. So Lanky Lass will inherit all my current titles, which is the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall, the Earldom of Cornwall, and then the Barony of Tintagel. But as I said before, that's a given because that's within Cornwall. But if I controlled Devon, for instance, as well, then she would also get Devon. However, if you have a disputed succession, so most commonly if you have more than one son, then the game will divide everything your current ruler has pretty much equally between those sons, if possible. So if you have 6 sons and you control 6 counties, each son will get a county when you die. If you are on Confederate partition or partition, Confederate partition means everyone gets a share, and the game will actually create new titles to keep it balanced. So, if I controlled Wessex, but I didn't actually have the title, the Petty Kingdom of Wessex, on succession, that title would be created and granted to whoever got Hampshire. Thus, that would become independent from my current territory. Normal partition is the same, but it doesn't create the new titles, so that's fairly safe. It still divides your kingdom, but you don't have to worry about anything becoming independent unless you already have 2 contested titles of the same rank. God, this is a little bit difficult to explain, so I hope you'll excuse me. High partition, now you're getting somewhere decent. Unlike partition, this isn't equal. Sure, it's still divided between your heirs, but your primary heir gets most of it now. So, say we controlled... let's say we controlled 3 duchies, Orléans, Valois, and Neustria. You'd probably get 2 of the duchies rather than lose... Wait, hang on. Yeah, so under normal partition you'd keep 1 duchy, but under high partition you'd probably keep 2 out of the 3. It just, you know, you get a bigger slice of the pie, as it were. So I have to make sure my guy will inherit the county where the city is in to hold it directly. Well, the problem is you can't actually decide for yourself how it is split up. You can... I guess the most control you can have over deciding who gets what is where your capital is. Because, like I say, your heir will always get the capital. So if I moved my capital to Exeter, then my primary heir would get Devon, and then my secondary one would get Cornwall. Whereas if it was in Launceston, as it is now, primary heir would get Cornwall, and then the secondary one would get Devon. But that's about all you can do to control who gets what. Trying to think if there is another way. I think, technically, you can possibly grant titles away before you die, and the game might take that into account as you sort of partitioning yourself ahead of time, but I wouldn't count on it. It'd probably still end up splitting you more than you should. I just want that 1 city. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really you can do beyond just making it your capital. When you say city, do you mean like an actual city, like the borough of Welton here, which is a city holding? Or do you mean, like, just a county? Or, I guess, the capital, which would be a castle? Because if it's a city, then you can't, like, control that anyway properly. But you mentioned a mine, so I'm guessing it's just a county. Wait, it is actually a city? You said Goslar, didn't you? Hang on. Full stop? Is it, find title? Goslar. Barony of Goslar. It has an iron mine slot. Is it in this special building thing, you mean? Well, yeah, no, Goslar is a castle. The city is Göttingen, but, yeah, I guess all you can really do is just try and get it back from whoever inherited it, so I guess, like, kill them until you're their heir, or fabricate a claim and revoke it, which you can do at tier 2 or higher crown authority. That's probably the best way to do it, though they might say no and revolt, but you can just crush the revolt most of the time. Yeah, no, I don't really know how else to... I don't really have many other tips, really. It's just something you have to look out before succession. It really is helpful to keep an eye on this in this window by looking at the succession. Yeah, sorry about that. I wish I could do more to help, but I think it's a little bit too late now. You just have to try and get it back. Can't really protect it, yeah, not until you get a better succession law. Once you get either seniority, ultimogeniture, or primogeniture, you're always going to deal with your realm splitting a little bit. The best petition you can get, like I say, is high partition, because then you at least get most of the titles, and it's usually only a couple of counties what you lose, but you still might lose Goslar, or whatever it was. Okay, let's actually play the game now. Oh, that's nice. We just got 50 gold for no reason. It's always a nice little event. Armadale can marry Elizabeth Ernstick. Oh, okay, the game did it for us. Greedy Petty King Hoiblobvis of Cornwall, proudful documents, blah blah blah. We now have a claim on Diveth? I'm not sure. Also, with the voting, I think only empires that really have it is HRE and Eastern Roman Empire. I can't actually show the HRE because I'm in 867 start, but I didn't know the Byzantines had voting. Are you sure about that, Hoy? Because it says the Byzantines have male preference primogeniture. Primogeniture is a little bit insane considering we're in the earlier start date. I didn't know they had that. In CK2... Oh, yeah, CK2 it had the imperial government type, didn't it? In CK3 it's just feudal like the rest of Europe, so... I split up from Eastern Francia Kingdom and made my own. That's cool. Fun times. You said you were based in Angria, so yeah, that. And if you had Goslar, I'm guessing you're Angria and then a little bit. Are you actually a kingdom tile then, Vanidra, or are you still just like the Duke of Angria? Marital recriminations? I don't know what that means, I'll admit. I'm surprised to find my wife skulking in my study. By the look on her face, something is clearly upsetting Guerawa. Yet it takes me a while to convince her to share her concerns with me. My beloved, I must confess you that Afraic has gravely insulted me. Afraic is a nobody in our court. She's got leprosy. I think we're going to get rid of her in this. I cannot bear the thought of being close to that coarse woman any further. She will be gone by tomorrow. I have no problems with that. She is just a nobody. Not even married to anyone in the court. Got Northern Germany, basically. Very nice. But was too weak to overtake the whole Francia tile. I mean, you made a start. It sounds like you're off to a good start at that. I mean, sometimes Eastern Rome was feudal, like with Justinian the Great, got the crown from his dad. So I won independence and got the Kingdom of Angria. You actually got the Kingdom of Angria? Did you do the decision here to found a new kingdom? I'm guessing you like merged Angria, Ostfalen, Westfalen, maybe Valicia if you say you control northern Germany? Yeah, okay. Justinian's dad was a peasant before he became puppet king of his son, basically. I think we actually read about that at university. We didn't do much of, like, the Byzantine Empire, let alone, I think it's, like, 6th century, isn't it? Around Justinian. But I remember, like, reading something to do with that. All under Angria Duchy, but it was too big then, so I had to make it a kingdom. Makes sense. Yeah, if you controlled all that, and you were still on Confederate partition, then you would have really just been fucked, because the game would have just completely split you up. Watched extra history on Justinian the Great. I don't really watch any history videos on YouTube. I never have, which is ironic, because I like tried to make one myself, as you know, but... I don't know, there's just something... I've never like really fully trusted them. I know most of them are like fairly accurate, and a lot of them do the research, but they just seem a little bit... Like, especially while I was at uni, when I had access to sources and stuff what I could read myself. It's... mind you, I'm not at uni now, so I don't have access to those sources, so... Who knows, maybe I'll start watching a bunch of extra history or those channels. There was no easy kingdom title to get around there. Yeah, fair enough. I guess, yeah, you're stuck inside East Francia. I guess second best you could have gone for is Pomerania, but that would have gone pretty far east. Did your game have like a big Lutetia like this? Because that's a little bit strong. Where is your source, mate? That's that. I believe mine was actually in... what's her name? Anna Komnenos' biography of her husband, I think. I think that's where I read it. Frisia is so small compared to some kingdoms. I know, right? There are some really small ones in this game. Is this guy a witch? Yes, he is. He must burn. Pomerania was Poland already, so wow. Frisia was swallowed by West Francia, Denmark was Sweden. Yeah, you're a bit cornered there then, aren't you? Fair enough now. I mean, founding your own kingdom is fine. I guess the only reason to, like, not found your own is if you want to go for, like, de jure borders. So if you, like, become the king of West Francia, you at least have places with a de jure claim sometimes. I don't know. You know, there's ups and downs. We got this again. My wife is complaining once again about somebody at court disrespecting her. This time it seems like it is Melor. Melor, who isn't a nobody this time. Melor is our good friend and physician. The intelligent, renowned physician, Melor. Cannot fathom why so many people are bothering her. Enough with these trivialities, Guarawa. That's too far, we're not kicking our friend out. Oh no, she's pregnant. Maybe that's why she was, like, so pissed off. She was just, like, hormonal from the pregnancy. I tried, but then my guy died, and I went from 50 gold a month to, like, 10, and the good holdings were gone. All went downhill. Oh, are you considering that, like, a game over, then? Are you not continuing that run anymore? Because, I mean, you could probably still recover it if you just did a whole lot of killing. Like, just murder, basically, everyone else that inherited. My daughter and heir, Lankilas, has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Prydain dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. It was Mango that followed last, wasn't it? I'm going to name this after Mango, then. Mango Fighter 1 is in the game. I believe, yeah, that is my grandson. Mango Fighter 1 Ablankilas. I will restart. Fair enough, then. Ooh, I have a child named after me, yes. You will grow up to be strong and wise, Mango. Games like Paradox games are so much debt that you sometimes just lose 10 times until you actually do decent. Yeah. Spymaster has come to me with grave news. Someone's trying to kill me. Ugh. Who could be doing it? Do we have any rivals? Yes, we do. I'm going to have a stab in the dark here and say King Ragnar is probably the one trying to kill us because he doesn't like us. You and King Ragnar have always been completely unable to get along. It's a simple reason to be rivals, very unspecific. The Alexiad was made by the Emperor's daughter, not wife. I know you're a CK3 player, but not everything is incest and getting every single blood-related trait. I can remember. Newborn son. Oh, shit. Lankilas is no longer in line to be the heir. We have a new son. Our new son shall be... Someone sent a message before telling me to look at a Satru. I'm going to scroll all... Actually, no, Scarecrow. There we go, Scarecrow. I'm going to add you. I saw your name first, so... It's a big O, isn't it? Rather than a 0? Or is it a 0? I don't even know if you're still here, Scarecrow, but... I'm just gonna go for the big 0. Not big 0, big O. Scarecrow Abhoy Blobvis is now the heir to Cornwall. I forgot we need to actually do a war, because we got that claim, didn't we? They're allied with this person in Gloucester, with 700 men, which puts them at about... That's odd. The game is saying their allies' military strength is only 200, when we can see for ourselves here, they have 700 men. Why would the game lie to me like this? But anyway, 725 men, 225 men, you know, 950 men. Be pretty even, unless we got an ally of our own in. Which reminds me, who are we allies with? A random old man in Germany. A random young man in Germany. And a random young man in Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona or Germany aren't that far away. If we could, like, avoid the initial battle, they might get here in time and then we can, like, push the offensive. The heir shall be called September. Did I miss some more messages? It was kind of lucky anyway. My leader was female when I started, made my own, and married the heir of Angria. Oh, nice. Yeah, that is it's pretty satisfying when you can pull off a move like that. Like with EU4, I mostly learned that via Nepali miners. Wait, what? I'm squinting here. I think I do need to move my phone closer. Yeah, whoever said it yesterday was right. EU4 mostly learned that via Nepali miners and one Holland game. I'm not sure what you mean, Hoy. With the Holland game, I literally attacked with... Oh, you learned... Oh, about, Succession? Maybe? So many mistakes. Oh. I called it. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my rival King Ragnar that's plotting to kill me. The abhorrent fiend. Yeah, he's abandoned it now. I wouldn't have abandoned it. In fact, I'm going to kill him back in return because apparently 95% chance. I suppose Hoy is, you know, somewhat of a spy. He's got 12 intrigue. It's his best trait. Or attribute, I guess. I'm going to try and do the war. I'm just going to call in an ally and be patient. Hopefully they'll come in time. Let's go for Barcelona. 150 prestige, we can afford that. In fact, you know what? I'm sick of losing wars, and I can afford the prestige, so I'll call the other guy in. I can't call him in, though, because he doesn't like me. We need to make better allies, because this is the second time this happened. Did I enable the game sound, by the way? Yeah, I did. Good. Would have been a bit awkward if the game was muted this entire time. Count Werner, best name. Oh no. Petty, king, or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. I mean, we trust our friend Melor. We don't need to start panicking too much over just the general ill trait, so do no more than what is necessary. Excuse me. Melor insisted that my humours were out of balance and that the best way to restore them would be through bloodletting. After consulting the astronomical charts, he decided that I should be bled from my armpits and temples. The bloodletting turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work, Melor. So I guess he just stuck leeches to our armpits and forehead. Fun times. I wonder if he did it at like midnight as well, because it said he consulted the charts, star charts or something. My lord seems so noble the way you say it. I tried to say I tried the opposite. I tried to be like sounding like a peasant or something. Now you don't have Excalibur. I know we still need to get that back from... It was Gwyneth, wasn't it, that we gave it to? Yeah, here it is, Excalibur. One day we will get it back. Worry not. At least he's not cutting you up like your wife. God, yeah, that was a proper butcher's job, that, wasn't it? Oh, look. Vikings are raiding us. Again. Oh, I see they've taken over Munster. That's a shame. Vikings are doing pretty well this game. Like, this is one solid block of a Satru here. Because the Danelaw formed and they're all best buddies with each other. Very scary. However, I'm not afraid to take these Vikings on because we outnumber them, and I'm willing to take my chances. They probably have a better commander, but... Yeah, we've got the terrain penalty because, like I explained last time, technically we're defending because we still control it. They have the advantage, apparently, but we won quite easily. We lost 142 men, we killed almost twice as many. We got 34 gold from that as well. It's nice. Last time we had, like, the court physician, Hoy, he completely butchered our wife. Like, was it my wife? Or was it your... Oh, it was your first wife, wasn't it? Yeah, she had cancer. So he thought the best cure for that would be to just cleave her face off, leaving her disfigured. And then when it came to treat her again later, he, like, poked an eye out and wounded her doing so, as you could probably imagine. It was not a pretty sight, and then she died shortly after. This was your wife, you should know, Hoy. God damn. Have a heart, man. We discovered Gavelkind, which is always a funny one. The fact that you can discover Gavelkind when you already start on Confederate partition. I should have actually checked what we were researching, because that was a waste of time. I'm gonna go for Onagers, because I like a better siege engine. I just noticed as well, our good friends from Barcelona have already arrived, and they're doing all the work for us. So that's handy. We don't have to raise our army, we can save a bit of money, save our manpower, because the AI is just going to win the war for us. A bit cheesy, but why not? We also have a fair bit of money saved up, so I'm going to build something. Oh yeah, trade port. I was doing that to try and build more development in Cornwall, which is doing well. We're at 11 development. By comparison, we're a bit of a shining beacon of civilization, apparently. London is only 9. York is only 8. So yeah, Cornwall is already the most developed place in the British Isles. What do you know? The worthless King Ragnar is at war. He is currently camped in Hereford, and sources tell me that he will pick up more camp followers soon, a perfect opportunity to get some of my people into the camp. Unseen in the crowd, they will report to me. A meal to die for. My agents have prepared for weeks. The cook has been bribed to look the other way, the poison has been acquired, and the duck was gifted to King Ragnar alone. It will be rubbed with the poison, and the bed of herbs will mask the smell as it is served. The deadly bitterness will be the last thing my target ever tastes. Bon appetit, Ragnar. That bird became the last thing Ragnar ever ate. Even better, in his death throes, a bone got stuck in King Ragnar's throat. Now it is unclear exactly what killed him at all. It must have been something he ate. And I should have actually gone over that then. We got a few nice bonuses for outliving our rival. I noticed you only get the bonuses when you murder them, so if they just die of old age, you don't get them. And I believe the bonuses are a little bit of stress loss, some prestige, and maybe something else. Fuck you, Ragnar. Bon appetit. Have you finally built up? I'm going to build up more, Hoy. I'm basically going to leave my steward there for most of the game. When we conquer a bit of land, I'm going to convert some places to Cornish just for fun, but for the time being, development is the priority. As I woke up this morning and saw rays of sunshine falling through my window, it took me a moment to realise I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. I'm glad to be well again. We've overcome our illness. Always nice to see. 120 less stress because vengeful. Nice eyes. Good job. I did not notice that. That is a lot of stress loss. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all expenses are cared for. I'm already stumbling over my words. I haven't even been streaming for an hour. As a wealthy lord, I am expected to offer patronage to some kind of artist or scholar. As luck would have it, 3 potential candidates just arrived in Cornwall, but do any of them impress me? Gardens, religious art, or philosophy? Gardens are prestige. The art is piety and clergy opinion. Well, you know what I like. I like me some development growth, so we're going to fund some natural history. Penang Gruffiv. Apparently is Cornish. Oh yeah, no, Cornish cost. 50 gold, we can afford it. The discoveries made by Keenan show promise. So just give me more rivals. More blood for the Lollard gods. I believe the Lollard god is just Godhoy. I'm still smiling at a joke my friend Melor made at this morning's council session when Ulva Nidra catches my arm. Brother and friend, I've been meaning to talk to you. I understand you're close friends, but there are those who think you put him before more deserving councillors. Stress either way, which isn't good, so let's just go for the best option. Disgruntled vassals, bad. Gain stress, bad. Lose opinion, bad. We fire Melor, which would be a shame because he's a very good steward. But we get +5 powerful vassal opinion. That doesn't matter because our only powerful vassal is Vanidra, who we are also friends with. Yeah, we bonded over many hours of deep conversation, apparently. Yeah, let's A petty king may pick his own council. We'll just take that little loss, I guess. Treacherous villain, is that what you are? It all stems from your evil, villainous backstory of getting Hoy spitting in your meals as a child. My daughter, Lanky Lass, has given birth to a son again. Right, now I'll have a look at who the guy was that mentioned something in chat. Or will I? Yes, I will. Okay, let's scroll up the chat. Quite a few messages to go through. I'll either go for him or just the first other person I see that isn't already in the game. Kaysen isn't in the game. Kaysen is going to be a boy, I hope she doesn't mind. Kaysen's golden. Equal opportunity in this stream. We look beyond gender. Cornish claim on the lordship of Dyford. I still don't know. Our good friends from Barcelona did this entirely for us. We didn't have to do a single thing. The spineless petty King Hoyblobvis. That's quite fitting considering we didn't do a single battle. May your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Yeah, I know you will. You little bitch. We won. So we're now in charge of this little bit in Wales. Good. Pan guy. Oh, Brat. I forgot about Brat. Brat will be next then. If you remind me. Like, as soon as you see, like, a birth pop up on the screen, just say Brat or Pan guy. And I'll remember. My friend Melor bursts into my rooms, knocking over a lamp and almost setting a cushion alight. Hoyblobvis, I'm sure I'm being followed, he cries, pointing after him. There were men skulking outside my chambers. My things have been moved. Come now, this isn't like you. Doesn't look good. I will have you guarded day and night. We could afford that. He'd like it. Vinidra will get to the bottom of this. Vinidra gains some better intrigue, which is nice. Or no evidence is found, in which case Vinidra loses intrigue. Not good. No one threatens my friend. Yeah, I like this one because, you know, dread, prestige, opinion. And then even if it doesn't go right, we only lose 35 prestige, which we can easily afford. Wasn't me. Melor's fear. My spymaster Ulva Nidra has at long last admitted he can find no evidence of a plot against my friend Melor. He has even gone so far as to suggest the entire episode is a figment of Melor's imagination. Or a harmless prank. 33% chance our friendship ends from this. I don't want to lose him as a friend. His wrong one. It's quite nice having the court physician be your friend, because then you're feeling pretty safe, because I believe court physician is one of the... Yeah, it says here, powerful agent in hostile schemes. So if you have a court physician that hates you, he's probably just going to tamper with any treatments he has to give you and try and kill you instead of save you. So it's good to have him as a friend. Yeah, sure, let's just give him a personal guard then. Oh, for God's sake. The irony as well. So he didn't... Not only did he actually literally just die as soon as I spent the 20 gold, and, mind you, I spent the 20 gold on guards to protect him, he still died under mysterious circumstances. So he wasn't paranoid, he was actually being followed and now eventually killed. Well, I gotta say, Vinidra, you didn't do a very good job of Spymaster if you didn't find that out. Or maybe it was you that did it. I guess we'll appoint Armajail as our new steward. I blame Vinidra. I also blame Vinidra. Maybe it was me, who knows. Yeah, maybe you were jealous of our friendship because you were both our friends. You're doing quite well, really, Vinidra. You got some good diplomacy, decent enough intrigue. I like these things, what you're building up from Friendly Council. I believe that is a bonus. Yeah, here it is. Each of your friend relations gives you 2 random skill points. That's a really good perk. Especially if you have, like, 6 friends. More spit into your water. Oh, yeah, we need to hire a new court physician as well. And, sure, Keenan can be the physician. And we also need to do this in Wales. Increase our control there so we're actually getting money and men from the county. Where do we want to turn our gears to next? England would probably be a good choice like in the short run, because they're like occupied with the Vikings apparently. Though they do still have a scary army. And in the long run, if we're weakening them, they'll be even weaker to more Viking attacks, which would only get stronger. Wales is very strong for some reason, nearly 3,000 men in Gwynedd. One day we'll take them on though. Somerset? Somerset is part of England, and as I explained, maybe not the best choice to attack them right now. What about not Wales, Ireland? We could like be across the seas here, we could bounce from Cornwall to Wales, then Wales to Leinster. Because they're pretty weak right now. I think just for the sake of getting more counties under our belt, we can do it. They got no soldiers? Yeah, 396. Do it. That shouldn't take too long either. 23 months, just under 2 years. I forgot we were scheming to sway our marshal, who I didn't realise was this good, goddamn. Sullivan is Aaron. He's intelligent, a 3-star blade master, best education in martial. I had no idea we had this guy. But who do we want to sway now? Maybe our wife. She isn't too happy with us. She's racist, because she is Catalan and she doesn't like Cornish people, despite being married to one for some reason. She doesn't like us being sinful. We're a shit diplomat. Apparently that affects her opinion of us. She's angry. I can't remember what we did to upset her. And we're always going to the brothel, which is understandable. So let's make it up to her. In fact, rather than swear, why don't we seduce her? Or maybe even romance? No, seduce. Go make some more babies. You will border a lot of Vikings then. That's true, but you know, we're just as susceptible to the Vikings right now as well. There's nothing stopping them from doing like an adventure against us here. It doesn't really change if we have a border or not. I mean, I guess it does because he could then just do a conquest CB, but I have faith. We'll get through it. We'll face any challenge that opposes us. One day all of Britannia will be ours, and it will be Cornish. For now, though, we shall focus on our own little peninsula. I think once we've increased development to 13, so once it's gone around one more time, we'll possibly change the culture here. There is no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir, Sherco. Wait, Sherco? I did Sherco instead of Scarecrow? Hang on. Not Pin. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm just blind, apparently. Scarecrow is pretty good, after all. I read that as a H, then. God, my eyes are terrible. Half the time he is trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. Bossy. We like bossy. Stewardship or marshal. You know what? We're going to raise him in marshal. Even though he's more inclined towards stewardship, we need more soldier kings, so... and yeah, our current marshal, who we just praised before, he can teach him as well, so he should get a really good education. It's also a 0, not an O. Yeah, but he told me that it's pronounced as Scarecrow, so I guess either way it's just easy to have it as an O. That doesn't matter too much. Anyone can buy a token of affection, big or small. If I want to impress Petty Queen... Ugh, this name. I wish I could rename her. I can send her to the barber shop. Guerawa. It's got to be Guerawa, right? Or maybe there's some like local Catalan pronunciation which I'm completely unaware of. Guerawa. I don't know. I should send her something truly special. Oh yeah, we're trying to seduce her, aren't we? She is a diplomat, so... Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking. She'd like the book if she had like an education and was good in learning. A handkerchief with my crest on it. I don't know if that's diplomacy based. A rose, a reminder of our first meeting. Oh wait, I think she already cares for me in some way. Not at all. Would make good use of a symbol from someone of my stature. I don't think any of these options would really work. I'll try the handkerchief. Thank you so much for the crested handkerchief you gave me. I can scarce remember the last time I received such a wonderful gift. Anything for you, my love. Alright, we got the toy fowl. I think we'll repair that now because that's getting a little bit low. It's very expensive, but you know, it's one extra learning, so why not? Nothing calms me quite as efficiently as a full glass of wine. After a hard day, after a good day, after any day, I have found solace in the bottom of a cup. Oh, I really don't like drunkard. Drunkard's really bad for stewardship. You know, health as well. Tiny penalty, even though it's only tiny, it can add up with other stuff, so not great. But the other option is to have a stress break. Or mental break, I guess it's actually called. We can't really cheese it by doing a hunt straight away either. If we had 2 more gold, we could go to a brothel. If we're lucky, actually, as well, if we have the mental break, there might be an option to just go to the brothel anyway, so we'll just try it and see. Ah. Drunkard, I'll read this thing, it's only short. Sometimes I feel like the entire world rests upon my shoulders. My responsibilities as petty king of Cornwall are endless. Yes, I can imagine being in charge of this little backwater in the corner of an island with far bigger problems going on. Endless issues here. My responsibilities are endless. I hardly have a moment left for myself. I don't mind irritable, as I've explained before, because I like the prowess, and I like gaining a bit more dread. But, you know, as always with these stress traits, I guess you can call them, they're not too great in general. We still don't have 20 gold. How much stress would we lose from the brothel? I don't think it'll be much. Oh, just some stress, it isn't an exact number. Well, I don't think it'll be enough if we take another 60, so I'm just going to go for irritable. Now we're even angrier. We just lost one of our alliances. This guy died a horrible death by the looks of things. Botched treatment. Maybe he had the same physician as our ex-wife. I can't remember what happened to that physician. Did we execute him? Was it this guy? A genius? I don't remember killing a genius. Though we did execute him, so I'm guessing this was the physician that killed our ex-wife. Still got a way to go on the fabricating a claim. Is there anything we can work on? Not really, I guess we just need to wait a little bit. Still losing piety, nothing we can do about that for the time being. The dance. I am attending the dance not simply because I'm the lord of the castle, but because I want to see Petty Queen Guerawa there. She looks resplendent, and when we finally have a moment to ourselves, I offer my suggestion. Appeal to her playful side, thoughtful side, greedy side, malicious side. I think she's greedy, isn't she? Gluttonous and greedy. Could I provide you with some more food, my love? Re-ally? I don't think we can because we don't have a relation. I'll have a look into it though. Of all the buffoonery I've ever seen, our Chancellor fucked up, apparently, and has given Gwyneth a claim on our little corner of Wales. Not good. Yeah, no, that's really not good. Man, I don't get why they're so strong. He isn't even like the best marshal at the moment, but he still has nearly 3k men. And all the allies. I had the servants bring more food for Petty Queen Guerawa and myself, and as the evening went by, we delighted in every delicious dish that the cooks of Launceston had to offer. That woman certainly has a taste for the finer things in life. One evening we had. I think we're in there, lads. Never mind the fact she's already married to us. I think we're in there. Is the music too loud, by the way? Because it seemed a bit louder than normal during that event. And I did turn it up at the start of the stream by accident, I think. Wales have a lot of counties. Oh. They only have like 8, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. It's not that many. And they only directly control, 4 of them. So the vassals won't be giving that much, but I think they've just invested a lot of money in men-at-arms. They have, look, nearly 1,500 men-at-arms. If it was just levies, it'd be more what I expect. The sting of rejection. We're not in there, lads. You are a serene man, Hoiblobvis, but I do not like you that way, says Petty Queen Guerala, and furrows her brow. Only God knows what the future might hold for us. As man and wife, I would have expected it to be romance, but apparently not. Wow. The south of France and Italy is very broken up. Look at that, that's like every single county is independent. What the hell happened here? It's like no weird religion stuff. Oh, I mean, there's Waldensians. But not all the way over here. Wasn't there a Kingdom of Italy at the start of this start date? What happened with that? Oh wait, Italy is still around, apparently. It has been exiled to, I guess, well, that's like north of Switzerland, not quite Switzerland. Balkans or HRE. Yeah, I mean, it's been Balkanified, hasn't it? Balkanized. Navarra's doing quite well. And it's Basque as well. I think they'd almost be able to take the special decision to, restore the Basque religion, because I think you only need 9 counties within something like this area. Everyone independent is the best thing. I mean, it is going to be interesting. It's like a big Royal Rumble. We get to see a new Italy form. Feast upon them. Ah, yes. That is the Cornish feasting ground. Northern Italy. Mind you, they're probably stronger than us just because high development, I think, in Northern Italy, isn't it? 15, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12. It's higher than England on average, I'd say. Yeah. So I guess we could pick on the weak ones. Muslim Navarra. That's something I've noticed happens very easily because... Whoops. The starting King of Navarra in 867, which... I believe it's this guy? Like, his first immediate heir is a Muslim. So I've noticed since the, what was the thing called? Fate of Iberia. Since Fate of Iberia, Navarra almost always ends up Muslim now, I've found. At least in my games, anyway. Francia fell apart too in my playthrough, so I gobbled up a few. Nice. Higher than Scotland. Well, yeah, Scotland's a bit of a shithole at the moment, isn't it, in 867? Oh, we're not the dynasty head still. Convergent Blood's good, though. The AI is going down the, more meta route, which I set it on. So we get chance of reinforcing congenital traits plus 30%. That's nice. Our Chancellor increased opinion with Gwyneth, which is nice. As a side effect of foreign affairs. We now have a claim on Leinster. So we will act on that shortly. I just want to save a little bit of money up because we're going to have to pay to embark our men, and I think it'll be like 10 gold, I think, and then when we've got our army raised, it'll start decreasing. Time for the Crusades, apparently. The titular event of the game, Crusader Kings. I wonder where... It's a bit early, 9/11. You know what, that's almost 200 years early. Take the Channel Islands, which are part of Avranches? Probably Avranches. I'm worried about my pronunciation now. I thought I did a decent job at pronouncing French, but Kaysen has led me to believe otherwise. How is the family doing? That's reminded me. Let's have a look at Vanidra's side at family. We've got Vanidra's oldest, Mechbot, who is an intricate web weaver, but his intrigue isn't that good. He's not married. That's something that really bothers me when you've got, like, the AI, even, like, family which is as close as Vanidra, so our half-brother and, like, our nephew. It doesn't tell us that he needs to marry just because it's in his court, not ours, and I guess for some reason the AI doesn't think that his oldest son and heir needs to marry for some reason. I mean, we could arrange a marriage within our court, but we don't have anyone for him to marry. Can't wait for Plague DLC. Oh, that would be nice. The, what was it called for CK2? It was... Oh, Reaper's Due, that was it. Reaper's Due was a really fun expansion. I liked, like, seeing all the different diseases on the disease map mode and how it all could, like, spread very, like, dynamically. That was very cool. It would be nice to see a return to that in CK3. Yeah, I should do that a bit more family stuff on their own. Yeah. Like, you end up, like, it doesn't really matter. She's just, you know, holding an invisible baby. Very interesting. Praise St. Bridget, Guerrero has given birth to a perfect little son. Another son. I've remembered Brat, but Brat is now called what? Something Pan? Just for the sake of equality, I'm using everyone's, like, full Twitch usernames, so, like, no nicknames. Pancake. Pan Guy. Pan Guy it is. Thank you, Mango. So now the succession is to be divided between Scarecrow and Pan Guy. Fun times. We're now an architect, which I like, because architect is good for building, very good for building, and stewardship. But yeah, we can now see on succession, Scarecrow, since he's the primary heir, will get the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall and the capital, but Pan Guy is going to snipe the little bit of Wales what we conquered, just for the sake of equal succession. I don't think there's any way we can really speed up progress towards better succession laws either. We're quite behind in tech, I believe. If we just take a look at French, they're at 10 out of 23 in tribal. We're only at 8 out of 23, so we're not that far behind. However, they have far more counties, and their counties are higher development, which means they research stuff faster. We only have 2 counties. So that is actually a reason why you should promote culture more, because it means you have more counties contributing to your culture's research. Waffle and his twin brother Pancake. And they have a half-brother called Croissant. They don't talk about that side of the family, though. He's a bit estranged from Pancake and Waffle. Speaks a strange language as well. Should we declare war on Leinster now, then? Because we saved up a bit. Oh. Bloody Vikings. These ones are from Sussex, apparently. Well, we'll teach them a lesson. We outnumber them again, luckily. So this should be a stomp. Yeah, you will win decisively. Because they have the recently disembarked penalty, which I can't see specifics, but they have a disadvantage. We can see it now. Yeah, recently disembarked is minus 30, so it is really bad to get into a battle if your army's just landed. That's why it's always good to land slightly away from where an army can raise. Finally, 1k troops. Yeah, and apparently it's like free... I was going to say 3 star, but that's not really a star, is it? It's tier 3 quality, but this army says otherwise. We got 47 gold from that. Very nice. I was considering putting him on trained commanders so we can get the 21% bonus to knight effectiveness and men-at-arms damage, but I think I'm going to leave him to increase control there. We'll just declare war as we are, because we didn't really lose any men from that encounter. Let's take a piece of Ireland. Across the sea we go. It should only cost about 10 gold because it's 10% of the army size. As addition... Wait, not 10%, is it? No, because 10% would be 100, so 1% of the army, I guess. And then you get modifiers, which can make that cheaper, especially if you're Viking. We got the livestock event. I think I'm going to try breed it again for the development growth. And it succeeded. You'd love to see it. We don't need to call any allies. We should be fine in this. They don't have any. Ah, literally what I was just saying about the recently disembarked thing. I'm going to land over here in these hills. And I think it only takes like 2 weeks maybe for it to expire. Oh no, totally wrong. A full month. So we'll just wait for this to tick down. It doesn't matter really. Like realistically, we would still probably have beaten them just by outnumbering them. But you know, we'll lose a few less men now by waiting for that. There we go, we absolutely demolished them. We lost 44 men and we killed all 624 of these Irishmen. For the Irish potatoes. Leave the potatoes alone. No, we're going to do it for the potatoes. Wait, Ireland didn't even have potatoes at this point, did it? They were brought back from America. Right? I mean, Cornwall already got corn from the New World before anyone went to the New World. Did it? Oh, you just talk... Oh, name. Pun. Right. Good job. Now you control the sea between the isles, yeah? It's pretty... I like doing things like this. It's very, like, improper and... You know, it sort of makes things a bit challenging because your own realm is divided by the water, but I really like having kingdoms split across the water like this. It feels cool. It feels like I'm getting little colonies everywhere. Speaking of colonies, this hasn't done developing yet. I said speaking of colonies because I want to start setting up some Cornish colonies in Wales and Ireland. Here's a little trick. We fully occupy all their counties, so we are automatically at 100%, so it doesn't matter that we have the captured air bonus. So what we can do is, we can sacrifice that 50% war score by ransoming the air back to him, and it won't affect the war score because we control all his counties already. So you just basically get some extra money if you ransom all the prisoners back before ending the war. Have we read this event before? I don't think so. Elizabeth, my sister-in-law, frets all through the day, evidently attempting to find the right words. At last, as we make our way to dine, she begins sheepishly. My host, I hear rumours that Merfyn, the Prince of Gwynedd, has come to see you as the focus of his enmity. I can imagine that, because he wants my land, and he's very scary. He talks openly of the illegitimate king of Dyfed. Someone really needs to teach me how to pronounce that. Who daily usurps his rightful lands and revenues. Can become rivals, which would probably be a bit dangerous considering he has a claim on our land. How do you realistically get a max star armor without it being almost dead? It's pretty much impossible in the current update of CK3. You can... I mean, if you have an army that consists entirely of knights, I believe that's the highest quality. But then men-at-arms are only like tier 3, maybe tier 4, I think. So as soon as you start throwing them in the mix, it'll drag the average down to like 4 point something, and then eventually just 4. Men-at-arms and all knights are gods. Yeah, but like I'm saying, even men-at-arms aren't as good as knights, so too many of them and they'll drag it down. Though I think if you have enough bonuses to your men-at-arms toughness and damage whatever, then that can make it so they stay a higher tier. So, because I have had a couple of games where I have like a men-at-arms and knights only army, and even though it didn't last long, it was like 5-star for a little while, which is very cool. Very strong as well. It might also depend on the man-at-arms, because I think elephants are very, very strong at the moment. I've never actually had the elephant man-at-arms. I should try playing a region with access to them one day. But anyway, what are we doing with this? 66% chance of becoming rivals and vassal opinion. We don't care about that. 100% chance of becoming rivals. Become rivals and prestige. Get camels. Yeah, for the heavy camelry. As you like to make fun of me, Hoy. Watched the video, they got like 530 attack power. Yeah, I've seen like screenshots before. God, my eyes are really fucked up because I was like seeing the word power twice then. I was like trying to read whether your username was power and you were like a new person chatting, but no, it's just you, Miniature. I mean, either way, we're probably going to become rivals, but on the 33% chance we're not, let's just take this. Oh, shit, we got the 33% chance, so we're not rivals. I think we've drained this guy of all his money. Yeah, he can't afford to pay the ransom on the last couple prisoners we have, so now we'll enforce peace. But you can see here, from the ransoms, we got 10 gold, 25 gold, 10 gold, and it didn't affect the war score. So you should always do that when you're in a situation like this. It's a little less reliable when they have more than one county, but if you occupy all their counties, you will have a 100% war score regardless. There we go, we now have Wexford. Wrath of the Old Gods. Disaster. A lightning raid by Grandmaster Eystein of the Jomsvikings Vikings in Dyford threatens to set half the county ablaze. Fundamentalist Asatruans, these pirates consider Christianity to be a threat to their way of life. More than merely gathering plunder... Is the music too loud? Because this seems a little bit intense for me right now. Epic music. It is very good music. Is it loud? Boss battle incoming? I'm just going to assume it's fine and try and shout over it. More than merely gathering plunder, the Reavers are slaughtering priests, burning churches, and screaming bloody murder about their false gods. Loud. Very loud. Okay. I was sort of thinking maybe it's only that loud for me. Welcome back, KSN, as well. Desktop audio. Let's put that down to, like minus 8 point... I don't know, looking at OBS, it seems very quiet right now, so I'm worried I've done it too quiet. Though the music is fairly quiet at the moment. Whatever. There's no time to raise an army. I can strike with whatever forces I have to hand, or I can grit my teeth till they leave. Grab whoever we have. To arms! 90% chance we fuck it up and he still does all damage. 90% chance, 9% chance. Paradox maths at work here. Stress from these two, which I don't really want. And that one costs us money. Whatever, let's take the 9% chance here. Grab whoever we have. To arms! He wreaks havoc as he flees. We lost piety. We lost control. We already had low control here anyway, because we recently conquered it, but now it's even lower. What did you have for dinner, KSN? Anything nice? We can try and move into Ossory next. In fact, we could be very sly about this. We could Holy War him, and sure, that would probably drag in every single Viking in the British Isles. But since it's just the one county, if we are quick enough, we could siege the one county and get the guaranteed 100% like I talked about. We don't have any siege engines though, but actually, if we buy some... Oh, we haven't unlocked them yet. We're quite a way off. 38 years away from getting the Onager, so I don't think that's really going to work. I'm not going to risk it then. Don't, just don't. Yeah, good idea. What did you have? I mean, you lose like 90 stress, so worth. I made a cup of hot chocolate because it's cold and rainy. That sounds cozy as hell. I wouldn't mind a cup of hot chocolate. Maybe. Again, I'm feeling a little bit too warm right now. I don't really want a hot drink. I think my water's fine. Speaking of, I need a sip. Bear with. Ricotta and spinach tortellini. Oh my god, I used to have that exact same, like, is it the little, like, packets you can get, what you boil in, like, a pot of water for 5 minutes on top? Because I had those, like, all the time during uni. At least until I discovered the other flavours, which turns out I liked more. Very basic, because I could not be asked cooking. I still get those, like, tortellini packets. I've still got a couple in my fridge at the moment. I think I've got cheese and ham and spicy sausage. Hydration. It's very important to stay hydrated. Especially when you're constantly talking. Perhaps even too much, like me right now. After 5 years, the funds I set aside for the patronage of my natural philosopher Keenan have run out. I can now choose whether or not to renew my patronage for another 5 years or let him go. I think we'll probably extend it because I like having the development, growth and learning. It's very strong. We don't need to spend more money for the opinion because we don't really care what he thinks. Yeah, let's just extend his patronage. Yeah, but I like the others less. I at least like mix it up. I try not to get the same one every time I have it because I get mine from Asda and I think they have like 6 different flavors there. In fact, did you get yours from Asda as well? Because that's where you were doing your shopping a couple of days ago, wasn't it? Tall-leanies are awesome. You're right. Mech, when doing like Lanky doing a reading stream, I can't do a reading stream. CK3 is my reading stream, and I always fumble over that. You've heard what I'm like reading these events out. Nah, you ran to Sainsbury's. Oh yeah, spending money. That's what I was going to do. Let's get some... We could either go for the fort level. This is our second castle in the capital, Tintagel. So we have to assume if we're going for a fort level, we're like heavily fortifying the capital, so they'd have to occupy Launceston and Tintagel, so it would make it take longer to do that. Or we can just assume if they're occupying Tintagel, they already have the capital, in which case it's a lost cause, so go for money. And I am a sucker for money, so... read the whole Lord of the Rings series. I've been trying to read that on my own for the past 3 years, but I'm a very slow reader and I can't be bothered. I read The Hobbit, which I was very proud of, even though that's like basically a children's book. Yeah, I read that, and I started Fellowship of the Ring, but I haven't picked it up in months. What can we build in the other thing? Actually, you know what? Instead of building it in Tintagel, let's get the higher fort level in the capital. Yeah, Forest Forts it is. Lord of the Rings books are also very verbose. I mean, I haven't had a problem with it, and I enjoy what I've read so far, because I love Lord of the Rings. It's just, I don't like reading, really. It's like simple as, like, sitting down reading a book. It's never something I've really enjoyed. The only exception to that was The Hobbit. For whatever reason, I found that a lot just... It just gelled with me better. Like, I was very happy to sit down in bed on an evening and read that. But no other book I've really had that with. I've tried fiction and non-fiction. I've got quite a lot. Well, I was going to say on my shelf, but at the moment they aren't on the shelf. They're still in the box from when I moved out, because I don't have a shelf in this room. Artgal, a free tenant renting some of my land in Leinster, has pulled an exceptional harvest this season. It's this one. So we got a super smart peasant, which would be nice for a steward. Yeah, let's bring him to the court because I want a good steward. Better steward means we can increase development faster, and if we increase development faster, that means we can start colonising Wales and Ireland. Scarecrow has learned French from watching his mum. Oh, it's not French, it's Doc Vulgar, so it's like Occitanian French, I think. So there's Doual Vulgar, which is in French, and then there's Doc Vulgar, which is in Occitan and Catalan. Still, I guess it's pretty... I mean, he could have learnt a more useful language, like he's not likely to encounter any people that speak this in Cornwall, other than his own mum. But okay, you do you, Scarecrow. My iron mine got off Hill Fortress, no one could climb it that early on. Nice. Meanwhile, I read 12 books in 2 weeks over summer. Jesus. I mean, if there was anything I, like, struggled with, I guess is the word, or didn't like during my history degree, it was all the reading. And even then, it's... You know, I can't just simply say I didn't like the reading. Scarecrow's sick, which is worrying. Let's be cautious. Okay, that worked. He has pneumonia, apparently. Yeah, with my history degree, obviously, as you can imagine, I had to do a lot of reading, like all the different sources, both primary and secondary. And a lot of them were genuinely fun and interesting, but it was still... work to get myself to sit down and read through it, and even then I read like the bare minimum to get through my degree. Like there was always loads and loads of it's either I talk too much with like you guys from the chat and I don't play the game, or I play the game and neglect the chat. There's like very hard to get an in between. We've got another grandchild. Who do I need to name next? Am I going for the guy that spoke ages ago? It's going to be like impossible to scroll the chat to find his name now. If only he followed me, wink wink, then it would be in the activity feed. Anyone got... We've already got Brat in the game in the form of... where is it? Pangai. Pangai Abhoi Blobvis. We could loop back around and go to someone else. Or let me just look through my activity feed and find a name. Oh, yeah, the God Emperor Jeb Bush. No questions asked. Bit of a mouthful, but there we go. I mean, someone followed you, I don't know who. That was Mango that followed me. Just before 20 to 7, apparently. The God Emperor Jeb Bush followed me while I was offline. I believe when I shared my stream in another Discord, which is also the Discord Mango comes from. We need to repair the Morsel of St. David. Only 25 gold. Easy peasy. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to be very sneaky, because I caught these Vikings, I saw them landing in Exeter, and I was going to raise my army ahead of them and just meet them at the shore, but I forgot. Got distracted with all the events and talking. Still, they've got the... we might not even... I'm trying to... There we go. 11 days for the recently disembarked thing. I don't think we're going to get there in time. I wonder if this is closer than the hills. 6 days to raise. And then 14 days to get there. Nah, we're not going to do it. They're a tier 3 army as well. I'm like middle clicking. You can see it doing the outline thing to like lock the window, but it just keeps hiding because I think I'm running over that by accident. Can't. There we go. Yeah, like 3-star because reasons. Still, let's take our chances and fight them. We've got a decent enough commander, probably not as good as theirs, but who cares. St. David had 20 years left. You shared the stream there, I just looked at your profile and saw you were streaming. Yeah, no, it was not like when I started streaming. Oh god, you just reminded me, Carolina wanted me to ping when I started streaming. I'm not going to say it in the channel because I don't want, you know, draw that much attention to it, but I'll just DM Carolina now that I'm streaming. Just because she asked, so... I think it was Carolina, wasn't it? Ping us when you go live. Yeah, here it is. Bear with me a second. Anything for an extra viewer. Alright, let's see how this battle goes then. Yeah, we know we're being raided. Oh no, suddenly 500 people come. Unlikely. We're gonna win this battle. Probably gonna take a fair few losses though. Our Armorjail was wounded. Thank God he didn't die. Yeah, we beat him back. We didn't get any gold though because they had only just landed in Exeter, so they hadn't raided anywhere else prior, so they had no gold to drop. They're probably gonna come back, to be honest. Sometimes the AI is a bit dumb like that, and it'll retreat all the way over here, and then it'll try its luck again. But maybe they won't. What do we go for now? No point getting this because we don't really have any vassals to give us levies except Venidra. While I was watching someone was raided by Tommy K. Were they a small streamer as well, like me? I've only heard of Tommy K. I've never watched him, so I don't think he'd ever end up raiding me, especially after I just said that. Oh well. small at that point. It would be pretty cool to get like a big raid from a big streamer. But to be totally honest, it'd probably be a little bit overwhelming at first. Like hypothetically, right now, if like say 1,000 viewers just dropped in, I'd probably lose my shit. I'd like wouldn't have a clue what to say. I'd go really flustered and like stumbling over my words 10 times more than I already am. Oh, Scarecrow's recovered from pneumonia. That's nice. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. Just glad he's well. How's the succession looking? Is it the same as before? Yeah, Pan Guy is going to snipe Wales. However, as you probably know, an odd number can't be split evenly between two people, so Scarecrow is still going to also inherit Leinster as well as the capital. So he'll get the 2, and Pan Guy's going to get the 1. That's nice. Pan Guy is ugly. Pan Guy is Pan Guy is ugly. I've got to do it now because I think he's the only one here that's subbed other than like me, but I got to drop a ugly Pepe in chat now. There we go. Come on, Hoy, back me up here. Give me an ugly Pepe. I mean, the Pepe emote whatever I've got is an edit of the hideous trait, but you know, it's still related. Poor brat. Pangai's face leaves a lot to wish for. I like reading these little descriptions sometimes. Even though I've read most of them like a million times, it's always fun, like especially when you've got like a name, like my name here. Mechbots is a master of intrigue, manipulation, and secrecy. Mechbots does not ask for much in life. Mechbots is quick to move on from most things. Wow, this Mechbots is very nice. Forgiving, humble, content, but then he's got like a very sinister education. Bit strange. I would have raised him in learning myself. Brutal. Carnal desires burn hot in Hoiblobvis's core. Hoiblobvis spends so much time in the brothel that it has become his second home. Stress has made Hoiblobvis prone to frequent outbursts and tantrums. Damn, Mechbot is doing alright in life. Not bad. Scarecrow can often be seen ordering other children around. While he is concerned with getting things done the right way, getting things done his way is equally important. Is that true, Scarecrow? Can you confirm or deny this statement? Very humble than murdering people who don't agree with him. Ooh, the Knights Templar have been founded, probably based in, like, next door to Rome, I imagine. Yeah. Terracina. In fact, I don't think that was a ch sound, because I think... Oh. I don't like this. England making moves in Wales. They're already muscling in. They haven't even fought back the Vikings yet. We're gonna have to band together, me and Gwyneth, try and fight back those perfidious Anglos. Alliance gone. Did I miss another alliance breaking? Oh, I never checked back on Nordgau, did I? I don't think I'll be able to get the alliance, especially now. It's been so long, but... No, there's no negotiate alliance. We're not closely related anymore. However, there is quite a few kids going on in the family now, so we could set some alliances up. We could have Scarecrow marry into Sutherland, which would be 2,000 men. The age difference isn't too bad either, 5 years. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to set that up then. Lanky Lass is already married, yeah. We got the grandkids here as well. We've got KSN and Jeb Bush and Mango. I like to... I wonder what kind of fun playtimes Mango, KSN and Jeb Bush are getting up to. Who is this? What we can ransom? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, is this like someone we picked up ages ago when we conquered Dyfed? And now they can finally afford the ransom, maybe. 24 gold's not bad. We got a decent bit of money saved up again, which is good. More money. Might as well upgrade our archers as well. Pause it. To the perceptive petty King Hoyblovis of Cornwall, I call you to honour your alliance with... Oh, that's Sutherland, who we just joined. Oh, they're actually losing a war against, Moray. Oh shit, we might actually have to go up there and help them, because if he loses that, I think he might lose some land, so we'd get a worse alliance. I'm gonna have a breakdown over drawing literal rocks. Are you sitting there drawing more like fan art or whatever, KSN? Do you get an alliance even if it's not your child, but like within the family kind? Well, if you get like the alliance breaks, whatever, because a person died who you set the alliance up, sometimes you can like go to them and right click and they'll be like negotiate alliance, because even though you're not directly related, you're still like related enough from when you first set the alliance up. Like, the game does recognize sometimes that a betrothal is still like valid as a basis for an alliance if the person new in charge isn't that distantly related. If you get what I mean. KSN, a literal fruit, and Jeb Bush in a fight. No, I'm drawing my cousin for my aunt's Xmas present. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we've joined the early medieval era. That's nice. More technology here. Let's finish going for... Actually, you know what? We don't have to go for the Onager, because now we can go for mangonels, which are even better. And we were still, like, what? Like 30-odd years away from getting the Onager. So it's only, like, 10 more years to get the mangonels instead. Or we could go for normal partition, which would be helpful, or higher crown authority. I mean, there's a lot of good things to unlock in the early medieval. When you make that transition, it's a little bit exciting. Oh, right, I was going to go up and help my ally, wasn't I? Oh, he has lost a battle, it looks like. He's only got 800 men, so even with me, we'd only have 2,000. I don't think there's any point. It'd just be a waste of money and manpower, because even if we got into a battle, we'd probably end up losing it. So it looks like that alliance was pretty worthless. Yeah, let's just break that betrothal. We'll go for someone else, someone better. I like the idea of getting the beautiful trait in the family. The Count of Lombardia with 1,000 men. And, you know, the beautiful trait, so that'd be good. Yeah, let's go for that. Looking back on the past 2 years, nothing good. What do you mean? Nothing good. I wonder what stuff... Oh, I didn't even read... Sorry. I wonder what stuff 2023 is going to bring, since we have, like, 3 months left. And then you say, looking back at the past 2 years, probably nothing good. Yeah. I mean, it seems like as every year comes around, like 2020, 2021, whatever, it's just getting weirder and worse, isn't it? Every year, it's just... Each new year somehow tops the last with events. But who knows, maybe the trials and ordeals are over now. Maybe we're going to have a nice break from national disasters and the chaos of politics. Maybe the war is in Eastern Europe is going to end peacefully, everyone will be happy. Maybe we'll find, like, the ultimate cure for, like, 20 different diseases and illnesses. Maybe a meteor will end us finally. Bit more of a grim outlook, but who knows? Lamau, no way in hell are we gonna have that. Yeah. I doubt it either, to be honest. Do we have anything to do now? Oh, we were going to expand here, weren't we? I was thinking of doing a holy war and speedrunning it. Can we do a different CB? Oh, we can actually convert faith in Leinster as well. I didn't realise, because Leinster is insular Christianity, whereas we are Catholic. So let's do that. KSN just become monkey. Monkey. Kill them. Take their land. I mean, even if we did a holy war, and let's say we lost, we'd lose 15 opinion from our Catholic vassals, and we'd pay 144 gold. We can't afford to start anyway, because we don't have the piety, because Hoy here is a sinful son of a gun. Like a good Brit does. Oh. Ooh, I like the look of this weak half of Wales. It looks like they've had a bit of a succession crisis. I'm guessing Confederate partition created Deheubarth and split the kingdom in half. So you know what? Screw converting the Irish people that are already basically Christians. Let's expand our domain in Wales. Piety, what's that? Yeah, you wouldn't have a clue, would you? You don't care about God or the church. Even more justification for us to stop converting. We just want land. Is this a new daughter? Okay, names for a daughter. Who we got? Who's next in my list? Where am I? I think we shall cycle back to the top of the activity feed. In which case we go back to Godslayer turret. Did we already put Godslayer in the game? I can't remember. Godslayer doesn't actually watch the Crusader Kings segment, so I don't think they'll ever see this, but, you know, it's one more name for me to include, so it's fun. Let's go for War Profiteer. That would be nice, because then if we raise our levies in wartime, it's just a little bit cheaper. I think we died. To become Lollard. Yeah, we'll have to do that at some point when it's less dangerous. I think maybe once we control all of Wales and a little bit more, we'll consider converting then. Toilet paper when? Well, I might actually start just using Notepad, and I don't know why I didn't use Notepad before. Like you said, like I could have just, you know, tabbed out and used Notepad. That would have probably been just as easy as writing on toilet paper. So I might do that. But then again, I am okay just, you know, scrolling through the activity feed as well. Queen's pregnant again. She is giving us plenty of children, even though she hates us still. Or she really doesn't like that we broke that betrothal. She's still racist against Cornish people. 51 and more kids, I know, right? Do you think maybe there is more than just me involved in this relationship and I just don't know about them? She's got a couple of girlfriends here. The Countess of Pallas, presumably back in Catalonia. Wherever I go, Chiefess Alfhild of Ossory is sure to follow, so that's up here, our neighbour. I mean, it's a bit strange that this random Norse Viking lady is apparently following us around. That look in her eyes, the words on her lips, I know exactly what she's after. She's trying to seduce me. Wow. She is a seductress. 50 kids. No, you misheard. She's 51 years old and having kids. She doesn't have 50 kids. Oh yeah, we are lustful as well. I did forget that. Yeah, that's definitely adding up to it as well. What do you say, gang? Do we sleep with the Viking lady? She's only 31? How old is she? Oh yeah, she's only 31, not 51. She's got a few years left in her. Keep pumping them out. I mean, in character, I think we would almost certainly cheat on our wife for this Viking lady because A, we don't care about the church, B, we're lustful, C, we already go to the brothel anyway, and D, we absolutely hate our wife and she hates us, so... As Mango says, why not? That is also another reason. I will keep her close. Very close. My vile paramour. As Chiefess Alfhild draws close, I do not know whether to tear the clothes from her body or punch the gutless smile off her face. I kiss her, a challenge, and she drags me closer, a fitting riposte. The warring feelings in my chest are echoed by our bodies. We spend the night delivering both insult and bliss into each other. Just beating each other up and calling each other names while doing the dirty. Kiss me again, my heartless fool. Chiefess Alfhild seduced her rival, you, during a night of passion. Rival? I didn't know we were rivals. We're now joining our ally in Klingenberg in the war. something, again, we don't really care about. Apparently he's a really... Oh, I thought he was a really strong ally then, because it says he has 2,000... Oh, that's including our men as well, never mind. What a healthy relationship, yeah. It's not the best, but you know, she keeps bearing our children, so something's right there. But then again, that doesn't bode well. If she keeps ending up pregnant and we don't even like each other, what... I dread to imagine. Pan guy needs a teacher. Look at this ugly little guy. poor brat. Let's, Oh, we could go full, like, Richard III, you know, like, ugly spy guy, because he's inclined towards intrigue. All he needs is a hunchback. We don't really have any spies in our court. I'm looking at the, education, if you were wondering, because that helps decide whether they do well or not. And if you can't find someone with intrigue education, then you look at, like, traits like intelligent, because that also increases the chances of a good education. I think this guy's probably the best because he is intelligent and he has 16 intrigue, so probably the best option for that. I noticed he's also insular, but he doesn't want to convert. Not that it really matters. He's still Christian. A charming frog. Oh my god, another son. Well, I mean, the succession's pretty safe now, I think. We got 3 sons, and then even if they die, we got 2 daughters. I forgot to actually do a name. Luckily, you can go back. Right. So that means Armajail is next, apparently, again. I think the first Armajail is still alive. If there's anyone lurking that wants to be in the game, I won't mind if you send, like, a single dot in the chat, and I'll just add you. I like this message, it's just... read. Initially, I was fond of the name, but now it seems strange to my ears. What will he think of his name once grown up? Maybe I should change it to something better. Armajail. Much better name. What is the first Armajail doing, I wonder? That didn't work. Did the first Armajail die? Oh no. Here he is, my half-brother, who is scarred and ill. He's not really doing all, is he? He's our knight. He's, you know, not even a very good knight, but he's there. Hold on a second. Armajail's got a claim on Powys and Gwynedd. That's pretty strong. But I mean, we're also a duchy, so if we pressed his claims, it'd just give it to him and he'd be independent. He wouldn't be our vassal. So there's no point doing that. We have a claim on this bit in Dehabarth, so wartime. I'm glad we're actually making progress tonight. It's annoying to see if people are in chat but lurking, because 90% of people there are bots collecting random data, I think. I don't think I've actually had that so much lately, because when I've had, like, no viewers, I've had no viewers. It's been, like, 1 or 2 people in chat. So when it's, like, as high as it is right now, like, hey, I don't think they're bots, maybe? I lurk a lot too. Yeah, I also lurk. In fact, most of the time I watch streams, I'm watching VODs on YouTube, so I'm not in the chat at all. But when I do watch it live, I tend to lurk. Sometimes I'll send a message. I send a lot of messages when I watch Paradox stream, because I like to ask questions about, like, upcoming releases and stuff. And it's quite nice when I get answers. Come closer. I have a story I wish to tell you, my daughter Lankilas says, beckoning me towards the bonfire. It's a story of when I became friends with Artgal. Yes, my friend. Lankilas cracks her knuckles and continues to tell the story as the flames from the bonfire lick the night sky. Those around you, your friends, your advisors, even your rivals, they are the ones who matter. Keep them close, especially your enemies. What a story. That is a good outcome. Just a flat increase of stewardship permanently by 1. Yeah. We don't need to call allies. And look at that, we're actually still making money with the army raised because we got war profiteer. Laying in bed watching some Twitch and such. Oh, when you're lurking. Yeah, I think I mean, if you're already like in bed and you're just like watching before going to sleep, you probably don't want to be like talking a lot because then you're just gonna make yourself stay awake. After 5 years, we have to renew the patronage of Keenan again, which I will do because I like the development. Oh, it actually went around as well, so let's change that task and promote culture. Let's convert these guys to Cornish. We might actually end the war with just this, because not only will we be occupying the war goal, which gives us war score, it's also his capital. And he's actually also in the castle here, so we might capture him. Usually a lurker or a VOD watcher. Yeah. I mean, even then, like, and not only am I just like a VOD watcher or whatever, I only really watch one, sometimes maybe another streamer. I mainly watch Vinesauce, sometimes I watch Sips. We didn't get 100% from that. I dread to think what's going to happen in this siege. He might kill half of Vinidra's kids, which would be a shame. Oh, they're not even really kids anymore. Look, they're all grown up. 28, 25, 22, and then his youngest is 14. Udent. No. Yeah, I'm gonna send the army all the way around. We're probably not gonna get there in time to stop the siege, but they're probably going to move on to the capital and we'll at least be able to stop that. They grew up so fast, I know. What's gonna happen? I don't think he captured it. Oh, he didn't capture or kill a single one. Everyone's nice and okay. You love to see it. He shouldn't have moved there because... Oh wait, no, that's also forest. Doesn't make a difference. Depends on the streamer and how chat is, because there's so many I just lurk in, but I'm active in chat and others. Yeah, that does make a difference as well, doesn't it? There's like, you feel like there's no point sending a message if it's going like 10 to a dozen, like constantly going up the chat feed, like, because then the streamer can only really read like one message out of 100, can't they? Because they're going so fast and there's so many. While out on a leisurely stroll, the cry of a particular merchant stands out from the regular hustle and bustle of the street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite assortment of wares if my lord has the coin. We've read this one before. I feel lucky. Failed the haggle. God damn it. At least we're not in the miners. And we still got the artifact, even if it is a bit rubbish. Sanctified, stained, in inverted commas, glass shard. Minus piety, minus clergy opinion, and more dread. A curious sanguine colour. So it's basically a shard of glass that's stained with blood. Not very useful. I'm just gonna go shut my window. I'll be right back. I'm back. What did I miss? Less piety for Satan. Found this one sorting from low to top. Well, I think that's like my best odds at getting viewers, is relying on people like you who just sort and like look at the lowest viewers first. As bad as it sounds, but you know, it is how it is. You gotta start somewhere, right? How am I only losing 0.1 piety a month? Let's have a look, shall we? 0.85 because our bishop is doing a lot of work making up for it. Let's change that and convert the heathens in Ireland. And then +1 just from our learning, which is 10. Yeah, I think like 10% of your learning gets converted to piety, so... War never changes. Small streamers better than big streamers most of the time, in my opinion. Yeah, true. Nice to find. But does that mean if I ever get big someday, you guys are all just going to abandon me? It's going to be like the Drake meme. Less than 10 viewers, yeah, thumbs up. More than 10 viewers? Hell no. Just need to find the gems. I'll have to, like, bribe you guys to stay if I ever become successful. I'll have to give you, like, VIP and pay for your subscriptions and give you shout-outs every stream. That'll get you to stay, right? I won't abandon you. Oh, thanks, Hoy. I'm going to abandon this siege, however, because they're unsieging our progress here, and they'll finish that first. We don't care about that. We do care about this, but we can't afford it. Apparently, we have a hook on King Ludwig IV's Chancellor? Excuse me? It won't really say how we got the hook, but he owes us a favour, and we can get 50 gold for it, so sure thing. Now we can afford to repair this. A true friend never betrays. Nice. I like the sense of community with small streamers. Yeah, that is nice. Like, I'm really enjoying this right now because we got, like, a nice circle of chat going here. We got, like, a few different people talking. We're all just... It feels like we're all talking together. Sunken cost fallacy doesn't exist. Oh, wow, that was a big raiding party. It's the guys from Munster again. They're quite dangerous, really. And they're not even using the event spawn troops, which I imagine they had from first conquering Munster. That is actually just their full levy. Which, I mean, I suppose that makes sense for Vikings with a handful of counties like that. What's the fort level here? 5. Let's go for this one because we'll be able to siege this quicker. I reckon once we occupy Cardiff, we should have 100%. Oh god, what if I hope they don't attack us while we're busy in this war. Here, Geld? Sure. By the way, I send a medium big message above about looking at the people in chat. Was that while I was shutting my window? Medium big message. Medium big message. How far up was it? I mean, looking at a streamer that is decently small at the moment who is not streaming since yesterday has 7 people watching, inverted commas. That one? A bit. Yes. Ah. Let me reread it then, because I didn't actually process what you said when I read it out loud then. We can demand payment from our nephew, apparently. Oh, that's just because we're the house head, so we have a hook on everyone in our family. He's making 0.6 gold a month, so let's wait until he has 10 gold, and then we'll take all 10 from him. Right. Looking at a streamer that is decently small at the moment, who is not streaming since yesterday has... What do you mean? So he has like 7 people watching now, even though he's offline? Oh, 100%. There we go. We can ransom this guy back, because this guy doesn't contribute to the war score because he's technically not involved in the war because he's just a vassal. So let's ransom him. 50 gold for free, basically. There we go. And finish the war. More progress. And now Pan Guy is probably going to steal this from us. Let's just check that. Oh, even worse. So we're going to get the Duchy title, Cornwall, and the one we just conquered. Pan Guy is going to get the older Welsh county, and then Armagale is going to get Leinster. But at least it all stays together within the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall. We can probably just kill our brothers off and get it all back. It's annoying to see if people are in chat but lurking, because 90% of people, there are bots collecting random data, I think. I mean, looking at a streamer that is decently small at the moment who's... Oh, that's the full message. Oh, right, yeah, I get you now. Okay, that makes sense. Sir Gefifin. We're already increasing... Oh, I thought we were increasing control there, but I guess we finished it. Let's do it there now, then. We got a nice bit of money built up again. Let's go for more men-at-arms, because we've done enough building in the capital, I think. We've got some buildings there, we've got a bit of development. It's a fairly decent source of income, I reckon. So even when inheritance happens and we're only left with these 2 counties, we should still have a decent enough income. At least enough to sustain more men-at-arms. God, he's taking his time getting this money. He's getting it because he's employed as the court physician, I think. Amongst other things, perhaps? I can't really see. There's a ... but court physician and steward, but I don't think you pay the steward, so I don't know where he's getting the other, like, 0.4 from. Building construction cost is currently cheaper in Ferns here. That's of no consequence. I mean, we're looking pretty good now. We're, like, split into, like, 3 different Cornwalls. Can't complain, though. We've got 1,500 men, which is nice. I hate to say it, Hoy, but you're probably going to die any second now. Of all the buffoonery I've ever seen in Ilkarthen's inane efforts to improve my relations with my neighbours, a Viking now has a claim on Leinster. Well, this is another, like... Oh, I was going to say it's another small Viking, but he's actually all of Suthriar. It's just he's a bit weakened at the moment. Mind you, that is prime time to strike. His only ally only has 300 men himself, so maybe it's time to take the fight to the Vikings? Possibly. If we do a holy war, it's going to be a bit too dangerous, because even just this guy alone joining would set it in their favour, so maybe we don't do that. Because if on like Chrome, then Twitch in the chat, you see in the top right of chat box 2 characters, then click on that to see everyone in chat, I think. Yeah, there is a way, isn't there, to see like current users in the chat. And like you do see some names there sometimes which are clearly bots. I think I banned a few when I was streaming 3 years ago. So I probably don't have some bots. But those bots might not even be active anymore. That's filled with bots before, it was only like 3 to 6, now it's way more. My phone says I have 9 viewers at the moment. Maybe half of them are bots. Can we get 10 gold yet? No, 3. God, taking ages to get his money built up. We could upgrade our bowmen, but... Ooh, we just got a free claim on Ceredigion, which is owned by Gwyneth, who is still fairly strong, even though they only own 3 counties, not to mention their allies, which had up to 1,500 more men. Yeah, I don't think we can really attack them unless Barcelona comes to help us again. What is the de jure duchy? It does not include Ceredigion. And it would actually probably be good to take that, because since we're still on Confederate partition, if we control too much of Deheubarth, then the title... Oh, we won't actually lose it, because the title already exists in the form of this guy. So it would be safe to control more than 50% of the de jure duchy, because we still won't lose it. Never knew that bots could join on streams. Yeah, they have, like, there's a couple of, like, bot accounts that are there just to, like, get analytics or gather data. I don't really know much more than that. Not bots, bots that count to viewers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true, isn't it? Like, I remember reading that even 3 years ago when I was first streaming. So that does mean I genuinely have 9 viewers right now. That's very nice. I don't know, maybe it says I have less viewers for you guys, but on my phone it says 9, so that makes me happy. Commander Route and something electric. I remember Commander Route. Yeah, it is automatic. Sadly got to go for about 10 minutes. That's okay, Hoy. It's only 10 minutes. I'm probably still going to be streaming. I noticed we hit the 2-hour mark, and I decided that I'm only going to stream CK3 tonight. I don't feel like playing a different game, though I might do the break in a minute, because I want to have a little stretch and go to the toilet. It is my right and responsibility to determine what coinage is to be used throughout all of Cornwall. The choices I make will determine how the coinage, and by extension my realm, is seen throughout the world. I like this event. This is a good event. Yay. CK. Oh yeah, you like the Crusader Kings stream, don't you, Vinegar? You weren't too much a fan of the Half-Life, I'm guessing. Mint silver coins to facilitate trade, dev growth. Mint gold coins imprinted with my own visage, prestige. Debase the coinage with inexpensive nickel, which is development growth and money if you get the percentage, and stewardship lifestyle. So I almost always gamble and go for this just because it's too good if you can get it. And we did get it, so there we are. 50 gold, dev growth, and experience. Do we have any dread? No. So it's pretty pointless getting that, except as a means to an end for this. I'm gonna get this. I don't think we have many Republican vassals. That's basically just vassal, like, you know, city burghers. So, not burghers, B-U-R-G-E-R-S, but the one with a H. Oh, we don't actually have any Republican vassals, so never mind. That was also a waste. There isn't a single city in all of Cornwall. I do. Oh well, either game is fine, but I prefer this. I liked my domain. Could squeeze like 500 gold from my vassals. It's pretty good. Another daughter. What name is next in the list? It is... Congrats, Vanidra, you're in the game again. This is going to be your second character. Vanidra. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Your current character is still alive at 50 years old, and now you are also my daughter. It's gonna get a little bit funky now to like keep track of people's different characters, but who cares? We can upgrade the trade port, which is nice, because level 1 gives 0.3 tax and 5% dev growth. Level 2 gives 0.5 and 10%. Thank you for the follow, Bubbly Fairy. It's good to have you. How are you doing? Vanidra, if you don't mind, I'll actually rename this new character after you, the Bubbly Fairy. What do you say, Vanidra? Are you feeling generous? Would you be willing to give up your second character? You good? That's good to hear. I'm well. Thank you very much for asking. It's getting a little bit late here, but I'm still feeling ready to stream. It's a little bit warm, though. It's okay. Okay, I'm renaming the character after you now, Bubbly Fairy. Yeah, it's just that, isn't it? The Bubbly Fairy. Congrats, you're in the game. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you get a character. It's just like a fun novelty I like to do every time I've streamed Crusader Kings, because why not? Basically any game where you can like rename characters, it's always fun to just put your own in rather than use the default. It just, like, not only is it easier to keep track of who's who sometimes, it's also just more fun because, you know, you can send screenshots to your friends of like what they're up to in your game. Mango can marry. Who are we going to have marry Mango? I don't think we're going to go for an alliance because only these random nobody mayors will have the marriage, but we'll go for prestige instead. We could have Mango marry into the Carlings. You'd probably get like 600 prestige from that. Or we could just do sum of skills for like the best character possible. Is this our eldest grandson? So this is Lanky Lass's son. Probably very far from inheritance then, because we've got all these other direct sons of our own. So let's just go for the prestige then. Mango Fighter 1 is going to marry Bertha Carling for 700 prestige. Congrats, Mango, you've got the wife. Or you will have a wife, I think. Yeah, it's a betrothal, so you got to wait 5 more years until Bertha turns 16. Inbred. That's a very interesting looking West Francia. What treatment did we just get? Keenan decided the best course of treatment would be some rest. That's very sensible. He surrounded me in soft pillows and gently tucked me in under many layers of blankets. Before he left my chambers, Keenan pulled my curtains shut. It was noon. That's very early. Some extra sleep turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Thank you, Keenan. It's like the most sensible medieval treatment for an illness ever. Just extra sleep. Yeah, this is a interesting looking West Francia. They've eaten Burgundy. Pretty normal vassal management. Everything just like de jure borders here, so not really sure what happened. Maybe it was just inheritance. I'm proud to see my son no longer is a child. Scarecrow has come of age and has the best possible education in martial. Very proud of you, Scarecrow. That is our heir as well, so quite happy with that. Diligent and zealous, two very good traits there. You can see here, diligent is very nice for bonuses to 3 different attributes. Zealous is good for martial and piety. Okay, we'll deal with the event first, and then the missing counsellor. Woo, marriage. The hustle and bustle is palpable among the travelling merchant stalls. The temporary shacks are stacked to the rafters and contain all manner of knickknacks. These pieces are positively radiant and would make a lovely gift. So this is a present for the wife, which would probably be quite useful because she still hates us. We'd gain 40 opinion with her if we gave her this pendant. For 50 gold, we'll go in debt, but only for 1 month, so I think it's worth it, because right now she's probably joining plots to kill us, so that's a lot better. And then we need a new Chancellor as well. Our Knight Vid here has got 18 diplomacy, which is very good. Are we swaying anyone? Oh, we're not. We've not been swaying anyone for ages, because I think the last scheme we were doing was to seduce the wife, and that was ages ago. So we'd best get on that. And do we have any rivals to kill? I don't think so. No, we don't. Okay. We're in debt, we know. This guy's still only got 5 gold. And you know what? I'm not feeling patient, so I'll just take the 5. And we're out of debt now as well, so that's handy. The guy looks like he's kicking it soon anyway. Yeah, he's getting old, isn't he? 56, he's ill. Probably still going to the brothel, though, every day. Husband, it feels like we rarely see each other anymore. I may have uncovered some tidbits that would be useful for our rule. She looks over her shoulder. I may have... Well, let's not dwell on what I did in the matter, but what I will say is that a mutual acquaintance owes me a favour. Then she winces, as if remembering something important. I could keep my eyes peeled for any uncouth behaviour coming our way. She tilts her head and looks at me expectantly. How did you... Never mind, please enlighten me. So that's probably going to give me a hook on Vanidra, because that's our... Actually, no, that's not our only subject, is it? Because we have the little vassals as well, I think. Oh no, because we've only got these 2 churches, we don't have any cities, so it will probably be a hook on Vanidra. I trust you to have my back, my lovely. Close support. Hostile scheme resistance, 30%. Very nice. Yeah, I don't really... Oh, but the opinion of this one would be nice. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for this one. And we have gained a hook on Vanidra as expected, so let's modify that vassal contract. Sorry, Vanidra, but it's time you pay more taxes to us. You have no say in the matter. Uh-oh. Councillor Selavan died. That was our marshal. Oh, that was our really good marshal. Oh, we've still got Lead. He's still around, you know, kicking about. I remember him from last stream. We did this. Yeah, let's make him the marshal then. Why not? He's pretty good at the job. We need a new teacher for Godslayer. I am the Viking is raiding. Hello there, I am the Viking. Thank you so much for the raid. Glad to have you. Did you have a good stream? Were you also playing CK3 by any chance? I'm hungry, feed me content. Well, we were just talking about you, Godslayer. I am looking for a new teacher for you. I believe you're being educated in intrigue, so... Ooh, Clorinda here will be good for that. No problem, mate. I had an awesome stream. That's great to hear. Were you streaming for long, then? Was it a long one, a short one? You played Lithuania. Let's see what's happening in Lithuania in this game. Bit of a mess. There is a Lithuania, so to speak, but it's a little bit broken. CK3 3 hours. Nice one, man. My name was mentioned. Yes, it was Godslayer. Yeah, Lithuania could be in a better state in this game. It's looking a little bit rough right now. Samagisha, I guess that's pronounced. That's looking like it's going to take over, and that's ruled by Lithuanians. Lithuanian culture's not that big, but it's fairly large, isn't it, I guess? Because I was thinking of Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian, but Latvians, I guess, are Latgalians. But for some reason I was thinking Lithuanian culture went all the way up to there, but no, maybe these guys are going to spread it more, though, because between them they've got fairly large realms. It looks like mine in the start. Yeah, we haven't actually been playing that long in this game, really, either. 56 years since we started 867, so I imagine if you also did that start, yours looked pretty similar. We're playing Cornwall here, as you can see, and probably tell by the title. Welcome back, Hoy. Sway compliments. To make my son-in-law Vid more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's talk about his relentless courage. He is brave, so... Have you ever tried that website where you can overlap countries to see actually how big they are? Yes, I have. I think it's called, like, the True Size Oz. The True Size of.com, maybe? I might be misremembering that. I'm in 907, but I'm taking it slow. Well, I tried to pick up the pace this stream because I already did 2 streams of this and I made next to no progress. In fact, the only thing I did do was lose 2 wars. So I said, you know what, I'm putting my foot down this time. I'm going to actually do something productive this stream. And now here we are. We've got the Kingdom of 3 Cornwalls, apparently. Spread over Wales, Ireland, and Cornwall proper. And it's going well, I'd say. Yeah, we're going to extend our patronage of Keenan here. He's doing good work for us. We've given him a fair bit of money. I don't know what he's spent it all on, though. I think it's more 2 half streams. Yeah. But the segments I do tend to be like 2 hours long. I think that's reasonably long enough to call a stream in its own right. I mean, technically, even just streaming for 15 minutes is still a stream. We got a roadside stall. Do we embrace the tradition, what we've been doing of just breaking it down for everything it's worth? The small artifact could be nice, because we still have a slot for that. But then again, stewardship experience, because we don't... Actually, no, we need the money, so we're just going to tear it apart. Sorry, guy. Who am I kidding? I'm not sorry to a peasant. Especially not as Hoy, who is vengeful. Yeah, thanks again for the raid, I am the Viking. It's much appreciated. I think that's the first time I've actually been raided. Unless Hoy, can you remember from like 3 years ago, did they ever get a raid? I can't think of any. Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think I did. We had another child born. So I think the best course of action for this name would of course be I am the Viking. I am the Viking, you are now in the game as my grandson. You are the son of Scarecrow, my son and heir. So that means you are most likely going to rule the kingdom after Scarecrow does. So have fun with that. I normally stream for 3 hours because then I feel I get enough out of the stream. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, you're streaming for yourself, aren't you? Or at least I am. I stream because I enjoy it. I think it's fun. It's cool interacting with people, and it's cool playing a game and being able to share it with people. But, yeah, I think 3 hours is a good time. I'm probably going to only go for 3 hours today. So far, it's been 2 hours, 18 minutes. Nice. Thanks, Grandad. No worries. Do we want this peasant to join us? We've already got a smart peasant, but this one's even smarter, so... Sorry, Artgal, you're out. Welcome to the gang, Conredu. But these past few nights, I've been doing a little simple format where I stream one game for 2 hours, have a break for 10 minutes, maybe 15, and then I do 2 hours of something else. I was juggling between Half-Life 2 and Crusader Kings 3. And then last night I did a weird one where I played Half-Life 2 for a little bit longer than 2 hours. And then just to fill in the rest of the night, I played Noita. I don't know if you know about Noita, or Noita. Thanks, Hoy. Okay, that's a little bit... Sure, thanks, Hoy. Very big raid incoming. I finished Half-Life 2 Episode 2 today. It took 2 hours, 55 minutes. Wow. Wait, Episode 2? I thought you were playing Episode 1, Godslayer. We finished converting the heathens in Ireland, so that's good. Time to fabricate more, methinks. Best not do it on Ossuary, because then Confederate partition will fuck us over. Very big raid. Well, if that was my first raid, technically that's my second one now, so thanks for that, Hoy. Sorry, yes, Episode 1. But you did finish it, so 2 hours, 55 minutes. So if I did buy that, I'd probably do it in... I mean, maybe I'm slower, maybe I'm not. If I did it in the same time, that would probably be a single stream for me as well. I'm still considering that. I don't know whether I'm going to buy it or not yet. I want to try play some more mods for Half-Life 2 first, and then try and decide from that if I like it enough. In serving as your spy master, I have learned much about subtlety and observation. I am willing to tutor you in these topics in order to gain your favour. This is Vanidra. The permanent increase of intrigue by 2 is good, but it's a pretty low chance. And then temporary increase of 3 for 5 years is okay, but Vanidra does get a hook on us. On the plus side, we've already modified our vassal contract, and you can't modify it again within like the same lifetime, so even if Vanidra does get a hook, they can't use it to reverse the high taxes we've imposed. Or we could just go for 150 prestige. That was today. Yesterday I played episode 1 for around 1 hour 30 minutes, so add them together. Ah, okay, so that is like, yeah, 2 streams then. I'll try and be much quicker next time. I'm almost sure, not first raid because of maybe Lanky or one of your friends. Nah, none of my friends have, like, streamed before. I mean, yeah, no, a couple of them have streamed, but never like I have. I know one of them has streamed a fair bit, but it was after I already stopped, and then another one did it once, so definitely wasn't a raid from either of them. I'm already at 10-11 prestige, that's true. I'm gonna leave now. See ya. Well, thanks for coming, Mango. It was great to have you, and thanks for the follow earlier. It's much appreciated. Probably talk to you later on the FAR Discord. I don't know if Carolina ever joined. If Carolina did, they're probably lurking. Oh. Yeah, see you, Mango. Thanks again for coming. I'm just going to go for this because I don't think Vanidra can do anything with the hook. FAR, yeah, it's I don't think I've ever actually mentioned it here or to you before, Hoy. It's a House of Iron 4 mod what I was helping work on. Not so much now. Now I just sort of sit in one of the text channels and talk to people every day. But I'm technically still on the team because I reapplied to join recently as an artist for it. What trait do I want now? I guess levies, because we've got Vanidra, so Vanidra can pay more levies to us. I know you did the Reddit roleplay country thing. Yeah, it's not that, it's a different thing. Mechbot's artist? Yeah, I did a couple of bits. I did a few focus tree icons, a couple of portraits for leaders, just bits and bobs. Some stuff I'm not too proud of, some stuff I'm still proud of. Like, there's a couple of colorizations of portraits I did, which I have saved in a folder separate before I made them into Hoi 4 portraits. Thank you for the follow, Shadow Lord Ghost. Glad to have you. I'll be sure to put you in the game next time we have someone to name. We're going to destroy another stall because that's what we do best. I don't think we have any children what we can rename already. Maybe we do? Hanguy's too young. Lanky Lass hasn't had any more children. Hi, how's your day going so far? Pretty good. I'm really enjoying this stream at the moment. It's going pretty well, so I'm happy with that. How about you? We need to repair the morsel of St. David again. That's ending up costing us a fair bit of money, but I really like the little perks we get from it because we're still small and we don't have any other better artifacts. We've improved opinions with another random Viking girl. Are we still lovers with this one? We are. She's 53 now. It's a little bit tragic that she's a seductress, but she isn't, like, married, and God knows how many other lovers she's got besides us, but she's never had any children. Maybe that's why she's a seductress. Because she can't, like, have kids or something, so she goes full on into seducing men and just, you know, embracing her lust. Kaysen can now marry. Kaysen is Hoy's grandson, an honourable craven with the worst possible diplomacy education. Let's have Kaysen marry for prestige again, because there aren't any good alliance options. It had 20 years. What had 20 years, Hoy? Oh, the St. David morsel thing. Want to be repaired while only being 10 years down of 30 years. I think because it's, like, related to a percentage of the overall, God, what's the word? Condition. So 10 out of 30 represents 33% of the condition. That might be something like that. I'm just guessing here. Let's have Kaysen marry this Carling like the other child. Apparently they're related and there's a risk of them being inbred, but you know, the only other time we've married into the Carlings was, I guess, someone of the same generation, so I don't think that's true. My day's been okay, as I recently got my discharge papers signed from my former seer. Oh, okay. So you, in the military then? Designated guardian for armor jail. Gotta go for the martial education. Let's have Scarecrow can teach armor jail about the intricacies of warfare. I didn't even realise I was paused then. To the charming petty King Hoy Blobvis of Cornwall, accept your betrothal. Good. 5 minutes or so. Yeah, British Army for 22 years. Wow, okay. That's a long time, damn. So have you just decided to, like, retire then or something? Forgive me, I'm not, like, really sure about, like, details surrounding people leaving the military. Are you going to, like, get a different job, or are you just... I imagine after 22 years in the military, you must have, like, a decent enough pension or something, right? We got a claim on Dublin. But these guys are fairly strong again now. We could call in an ally and possibly take on these Vikings. And since it's an actual claim rather than a holy war, they won't really call anyone else in. Yeah, they don't have any allies of their own. We're still, of course, allied to a very big Barcelona with 3,000 men. You were injured. Damn. So I was medically discharged and I'm going to join the police force. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that seems like a sensible, like, transitioning career then. Sorry to hear that you were injured then. I hope it wasn't too bad, man. Yeah, let's declare this war and call in an ally. Call in Barcelona, because why not? And we'll wait for them to get here before we attack. It seems they're busy dealing with something over here, presumably raiding? Or is it a... Oh no, it's a separate war. Because Ossory is trying to conquer Dublin at the same time. Okay, wow. It's a bit funny, but I wonder how our lover feels about that. Well, they've lost now because they've just been captured, so instant 100% loss. Ah, here we go, a child. It shall be Shadow Lord Ghost. Shadow Lord Ghost is now my granddaughter. Shadow Lord Ghost has been blessed with a pleasing female physique. I'm not sure how you're going to feel about that, Shadow Lord, but hopefully you don't mind. I've just been, like, naming people after the first, like, person that comes along. And when no one else comes along, I've just been going to the top of my activity feed and reusing names. Is Barcelona here yet? No, they haven't embarked yet. It doesn't really matter if they occupy Wexford, because, you know, they've got to get all the way over here first before it starts becoming scary. A loving lock. I'm engaging my dearest Chiefess Alfhild of Ossory in our usual pillow talk, wrapping her lovely hair around my fingers. Do you love my hair so, my spring blossom? Perhaps you should carry it with you always as you go about your duties as petty king, so then everyone will see you and I are one. I thought at first she was joking, but it quickly becomes apparent that she truly intends me to wear her hair as an accessory for all to see. I will wear it until I die. So this is a new event, and also a new nickname with the tress, and you gain a new trait as well, the new loyal trait, which they also added in the latest update. I don't think it's part of the DLC, I think this trait is like free with the update. Technically not the newest update too now, actually, because they did the quick patch a couple days ago, didn't they? Well, I like the look of this, you know, diplomacy. I'm not too bothered about losing intrigue. Plus we get a cool nickname. I don't think there's any reason for us to take that, especially for the 80 stress we'd gain. So yeah, we'll wear a lock of her hair. Why not? You are now known as With the Tress. Petty King Hoiblobvis with the Tress of Cornwall. Barcelona has arrived, so that's good. We'll join them in a second. Does I'm the Viking and the Bubbly already gotten a name? Yeah, they're already in the game now. Temporary took 3 rounds, 1 in the left shoulder, 1 in the right leg above the knee, and 1 in the right lung, puncturing my right lung. Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're okay. It sounds like very lucky. I mean, well, not lucky because you got hit, but lucky you're alive. I mean, damn. Hope it doesn't give too many problems. Yeah, me too. Like, I hope it's not like left any like permanent problems. Didn't realise Scarecrow has the military engineer trait, so we'll have to consider using him whenever we want to siege. But I think first we're going to do a battle with Barcelona and the army of Edinburgh. Oh good, we've converted Dyfed to Cornish culture, so colonisation has begun. Let it continue. I've been told I'll make a full recovery after 2 months of therapy. Okay, that's great news. I'm glad to hear that. How's your girl doing? Bubbly Fairy, you are 3 years old. The Bubbly Fairy is always on the move, full of energy and mischief. When she is up to something, it is not uncommon for others to get hurt. You're growing up nice and fine, Bubbly Fairy. It's a huge army. Yeah, but we'll deal with it. We've got... Wait, were you talking about Barcelona or the Viking army? We're all pretty much similar-sized armies here. I'm going to have the recently disembarked thing, but hopefully Barcelona catches up in time to counter that. Oh god, it's going to be a rough one. Oh my god. Oh god, it wasn't good enough. We took a loss. That was my fault there. I wanted to try and catch the Viking army before they embarked, so I went in straight away, taking the recently disembarked penalty, and then the Barcelonan army didn't get there in time. Like, the battle was already basically over, so they also got the penalties. That was a big mistake. Hopefully we can just retreat over here to save us embarking again. Okay, good. Oh, me and Barcelona have gone opposite directions. I'm probably going to get cut off now because they're going the same way. This is not good, guys. I don't mind the character being female as I'm female IRL, so I'm definitely not bothered. Okay. You're cute. Lol, true. I mean, you look pretty much like every other, like, 3-year-old girl in the game, if I'm honest, Bubbly Fairy. I mean, your older sister, Godslayer here, also has ginger hair, but I guess she wears her hair differently. I don't know if, like, children this young can actually wear their hair in many different ways. Oh no, there's loads of different styles. I didn't realise, like, you could still use every different hairstyle in the game. I thought, like, some styles were age-locked, but I guess not. At least with CK3, it's one lost battle, doesn't instantly being insta-death. Yeah, we can recover from this. They are going to punish us and probably stack wipe us eventually, but even after all that, Barcelona's still going to outnumber them. Maybe we can run away for a little bit? We can maybe fight them in the hills. This trait doesn't really matter because we're going to be on the defensive pretty much everywhere, so that's negated. And then, like, second best thing that does actually matter is down here, and that's like a difference by 5, but Faith, Hostility, and Reckless would be useful, so I am going to switch out for this lower tier commander. Just because the traits are better. Did you add me to game or something? Yeah, you're in the game, Godslayer. You're my 9-year-old daughter. Godslayer Turret certainly knows how to wrap people around her little finger. She is sweet and amiable, which allows her to get away with almost anything. That's so stupid to me that some hairstyles aren't age-locked. I mean, it's just the CK3 barbershop, isn't it? Like, you can do basically anything, like... Anyone can wear... Well, not anyone, but, like, if the player is in charge, like, I can wear anything I want. I can, like, do all this and get very strange looking. The AI will never play with the barbershop. The AI will just use predefined clothes, which I think are weighted depending on region. I don't think there is any, like, weights which are dependent on age, though. Like, I think there's just different versions of clothes, maybe, which fit children better than adults, but I think at the core they are still technically the same. Oh, you know, sorry, I'm just used to, like, explaining things, because I get a lot of people watching who aren't too familiar with Crusader Kings. Let's siege... Oh, apparently we'll take attrition if we go there. I guess that's because they occupy Wexford. Yeah, if we go around Wexford, then we can just go straight to Dublin. We'll do that. What's your favourite playthrough that you have done? Good question. I'll have to think about that. Favourite playthrough? I've done a lot of playthroughs of CK3, and even more of CK2, but let's keep it to CK3. I think my favourite? My favourite playthrough has to have been when I started as the Count of Mara here. And I think it is literally just this single county, which is Yemeni, and I think it's actually Ibadi at the start. It might be Ashari. But whichever it is, yeah, I started as Mara, and I ended up conquering, like, everything within this box, basically. So it was a mega empire, and I stopped playing rather than going on to do a world conquest because, I don't know, it's a bit boring at that point, isn't it? But yeah, I converted to Persian culture later on, and I wanted to become Zoroastrian, but I could never get enough piety to convert to a dead religion, so I created my own branch of Islam instead. And yeah, I spanned all of, like, North Africa, Arabia, Persia, going into India a bit, Anatolia. I had, like, Roman Empire borders, basically, and then some. And that was a really fun one, because I felt like an underdog at the start. Mine would be a Scotland world conquest, doing it with only murder and marriage with no allies. That sounds like an interesting challenge. Very cool idea. I don't play with, like, intrigue as much as I should. Like, I always say I don't really enjoy it, but I think if I gave it a proper go, like, I know how powerful it can be, so yeah, maybe I do just have to give it a proper go, really. I remember the day when my son Armajail was born, my impressive son. Memories like these bring me comfort. No matter what happens, I know that my family is there for me and that House Kerno stands strong. From near and far, I whisper under my breath. Those lyrics to Celine Dion's song. Near, far, wherever you are. I think Petty King Hoiblobvis has been watching Titanic recently. I will treasure the fort, or we can give him a gift for his loyalty. We'd lose more stress, but we don't really need to worry about stress at the moment. And in any case, we lose about stress either way. Prydain CK2. How? I don't really know how I did it, Hoy. I think I just got lucky at the start. I played tactically, I actually put thought into it. Like, when I'm not distracted reading whatever and I actually play carefully, I can be pretty good at CK3. It's just a lot of the time I sabotage myself by playing more roleplay, I guess. We could get the opinion bonus, but nah, I'm just going to treasure the fort. I don't want to lose my money. You gone Wales, then gone England, I think. In the, Oh, you're talking about the Prydain game? Yeah, I can't actually remember how I did that game the first time I played Cornwall in CK2. Are you going Wales, Ireland, England? I'm not really doing anything set. I'm just, like, being opportunistic and looking for wherever there's openings and trying to expand that way. Because I think that's going to work out best. That's how we've gotten as rich and as many men as we have so far, so we'll just keep doing that. We'll probably go for Wales eventually if we're going for a kingdom title, because that's the closest and smallest one we can get, so it should be one of the easiest. I knew that getting older would mean doing everything slower, but I didn't think it would all come to a halt until my death. Lately I feel a constant malaise and everything takes more effort than before. I'm worried that if I lie down I might not be able to get up again. There is no doubt that my time is running out. I feel like I can do naught but wait death's sweet do naught but to await death's sweet embrace to claim me. How long will I have to wait? Poor Hoy. Weak of body, Hoiblobvis is not fit for much except waiting for death to claim him. We're on our way out, lads. With the Prydain game, I mean. I don't have a clue, Hoy. It was difficult as hell, especially because I was playing it on and off for a few years as I was playing in between deployments. Oh god, I bet. Usually if I like start a game and I like try pick it up a year later or something, I just give up straight away. I wasn't just starting a new game. I couldn't be doing with that. I don't think we really want to be going for any more perks in stewardship. Like, none of these are really valuable to me. Yeah, I'll just go for likeable. This branch is extremely powerful if you're playing as Big Empire, by the way, to anyone interested, because you get the direct vassal opinion, and then you can get, can it unlock? There we go. Councillor opinion, so if you've got, like, all-powerful vassals on your council, that's also 20 opinion more with them. We need to increase opinion with someone else now, actually, because I just noticed we've been swaying this guy. I just remember your family all got fat when you got Prydain, and more heavy camelry. I was gotten a knife in my back, the one island with 2k troops, and a random inheritance of a blob in Middle Europe. Well, I mean, you remember more than me, Hoy, if I'm honest. I thought remembering my strategy after a day was hard. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you've got such a big gap between, like, playing your game, you lose all your momentum. You, like, have to remember where you are with things. But I suppose if you're, like, dedicated to, like, doing something specific, it's a lot easier than restarting, I suppose. They're sieging our capital, I just realised. We really should stop that. Hopefully, if I disembark, Barcelona will follow. Also, I was going to say, I think once Hoy dies, I'm probably going to end the stream there. It's going to be a bit of a short one today, but I think with all the technical difficulties at the start, it's like drained me a bit, and that took up a little bit more time. Oh no! It's gone wrong. It's gone very wrong. They're going to, like... They might actually stack wipe us here, because... There's no chance Barcelona are getting here on time. Especially because my deployments were between 3 and 15 months. Yeah, Jesus, that's a long time between play sessions. Although that is just all the more impressive that you did what you did then, isn't it? A world conquest as Scotland, did you say? It's gone wrong like always. I know. It couldn't have been a perfect stream, could it? It couldn't have just been everything going right for once. There had to be a war we lose. Oh, death as well. Just cherry on top. Petty King Hoyblobvis of Cornwall's soul has finally been cast to hell at 61 years of age. He died of old age. A hollowed shell of his former self, he had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. Petty King Scarecrow ascends to the throne. Spending long hours in prayer as to not upset God, many are confident that Scarecrow's reign will be a blessing to the realm. Complete opposite to his dad, then. Scarecrow's got pretty good stats. He died so fast. He ruled for 38 years. I think that's longer than the character I started with ruled. Yeah, Mechbots ruled for 22 years. I do get hell. Let's go. Hype. Well, what a way to begin this guy's reign. He's about to lose a battle straight away, and then the war's going to... Because I'll probably surrender in the war rather than waste more time, money, and men. I'm just debating, because I was going to say I'll end the stream when Hoy dies. And I think I will stop playing CK3, but I might not end the stream. I might just like play Noiter again for like 15 minutes. What do you guys reckon? Do you guys want me to like keep on streaming? Because I don't mind. It's just I think I'm done with CK3 for the time being. Up to you. I had a feeling you'd say that. Now we get Hoy 2. Unlikely. My brother Earl Armagale has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, he has been repeating the warrior's words to himself. Greatness comes in time. Be there to grasp it when it does. Yeah, so that's for patient, which isn't a bad trait. Means vassals like him more. Not that we even have many vassals. But do what you like is the best. Your choice. Oh, I think I'll keep going for a bit. And you know what? It's like... I think I'll round up the stream, so I'll play for another 15 minutes, and then we can say I played CK3 for 3 hours. That's a nice, rounded number. So yeah, the stream will continue. I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear that, Vinidra. But I must have a break, because I do need the toilet. I've been holding it for like 10 minutes now, because I was planning on ending the stream. So yeah, I'll just go to the toilet, refill my glass of water. You guys can probably go refill your drinks as well, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes tops. It'll be like 2 minutes. I won't even bother putting on the BRB screen. I'll just leave it like this. So I'll count on you guys to say what's happening if someone comes along and they just see me here doing nothing in dead silence. I'll be 2 minutes, okay? Be right back. I'm back. I have more water. I've been to the toilet. Had a little stretch. I'm ready to continue. So, oh, that's a big message from Hoy. Literally my character. Gets born. Gets named Hoy Blobvis. Become via events a very big sinner. Meanwhile also making King Mechbot stress to hell. Rule longer. Hate my wife. Dies before losing a war so I don't get the blame. Maybe it's a good thing though, because this guy's going to learn in like a trial by fire here. He's going to know what it means to lose a war from the get-go. Maybe he'll never want to repeat the mistake again. I just read this, didn't I? Like before I went. Yeah, I did. It's about patience. You can also get diligent for the sweet stewardship. Yeah, I'm going to make... Oh, mind you, he's only our brother, not our heir. Which reminds me, we have had the succession, haven't we? So we lost a couple of counties. Yeah, let's just go for patient then, because we're his liege. So that means he likes us a little bit more. So he can keep that. What a disaster. I mean, if we can rally together and actually attack as a single unit this time, we would outnumber them. I mean, only by a little bit, but we would still outnumber them, so... I won't surrender yet. We'll have one last chance at fighting, and we'll see if we can turn it around. We'll make him our spy master. Hopefully it'll cheer him up a little bit, and then we only have to sway him a little bit. Yeah, mine's 29 now. This is Vanidra, right? Yeah. Our previous spy master. Bedtime for you, Godslayer? Okay, fair enough. Take care, thank you, you too. Have a good sleep. Thank you for coming today as well, Godslayer. It's much appreciated. Much love. Sounds like you're Donald Trump. That's a lot of ifs. Bay. Right, who do we want as Marshal? I think Reed. What do we want as a lifestyle? Gotta be Marshal. Almost 20 Marshal there, that's good. We don't care about this bloodstained glass shard. We don't... We could call in another ally, actually. I didn't think about that. And we can get an alliance with the Count of Girona. Yeah, why not? Because he's our cousin marrying our aunt, apparently. Things are getting a little bit incesty over there. Our mum can marry. It's always a fun thing, that, because this is our mum, so technically she's like a close blood relative. So even though she isn't our dynasty, we can marry her off for an alliance just because she's a close relative. It's just pretty nice that you can do that after your like previous ruler dies, you just marry off your mum. We can get an alliance with Cantabria as well, which is worth 3,000 men. Or Poitiers. I think Cantabria is the obvious choice there. They're on the coast as well, so if we need their help, they'll just sail right on over. And depending on the prestige cost, we'll call them over straight away, actually. We'll pause it. Let's see how much it costs then. 150? That's not bad, actually. I was expecting 750. So we'll get his help, and hopefully that'll turn around the war. Yep, I'll join you. Now, I wanted to check the succession to see what happened, because I forgot to check sooner before I died. It might have changed. So we are in control of the capital, as expected, and we're in control of this. Good. Dyfed is controlled by the ugly pan guy, with only 96 men. That is tragically low. Devon is controlled by Vanidra still, of course, and Leinster went to Armor Jail. We can kill Armor Jail, as tragic as it would be, and then we'd inherit it. We can kill Dyfed, and we would also kill Dyfed. We can kill Pangai, and we'd also inherit that. It just depends if we're feeling particularly murderous. It would be nice if we could consolidate the Duchy of Cornwall, but it's going to be a bit harder to take Devon from Vanidra now because there's a bit of a generation gap. And it wouldn't just be simple as killing him, because then it'd go to mechbots. And after mechbots it would go to Mevor, after Mevor it'd go to Vanidra II, apparently. After Vanidra II it'd go to Petrox, so there would be a lot of killing, probably a waste of time. Instead, the easiest way might just be to fabricate a claim and revoke it. I mean, technically we could try and revoke it now. 100% chance he'd say no and then he would revolt, but we'd easily beat him. Though that would cost us 20 opinion with every one of our subjects, because we'd be tyrannical. However, if we did fabricate a claim, you could do that without the tyranny then, so that's why you do that. Do we want to do it though? I mean, maybe. Vanidra is a bit dangerous. Vanidra has a claim on Cornwall. So if someone decides that they don't like our rule, they might... Someone's already doing that, actually. And what a surprise, it is Vanidra himself. Vanidra is in a faction to install Earl Vanidra of Devon on the Cornish throne. I think we have no choice then. We have to fabricate a claim and strip Vanidra of all the land they own. Let's rally together now that we've recovered after that devastating defeat. We got a claim on Ceredigion again. Come now, Barcelona. We're going for one last hurrah. Wait, where are you going? Is Barcelona in another war? Ah. That's something to bear in mind. If you call in an AI into one of your wars, they'll join you and they'll help fight. But as soon as there's another war back home, the AI will prioritize that first. So Barcelona's saying, you know what? You've killed enough of my men in this war. I'm going home. Good job with holding Cantabria then, who is about to arrive. I think rather than charging in straight away, luckily they are only sieging Tintagel, which isn't the actual capital. Yeah, rather than charging in straight away, we'll give Cantabria time to lose the recently disembarked penalty. Oh, they're on the move straight away. 15 days, and we'll get there in 25. Okay, let's get going then. Wait, what? Wait, why am I now fighting West? Oh, bloody Vikings. I didn't even notice there were Vikings here. Did they just land or something? And of course, Cantabria is just walking on by, and the bastard Norse got away. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, rather than stream up to 3 hours, which would only be in another 2 minutes, I'm going to stream to the actual hour, so 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it quits for the night. I think most people are going to, like, bed now and getting tired anyway. The viewers are dropping off, and people are a lot quieter, so good timing anyway. My wife, Petty Queen, is with child, and I should be overjoyed. However, she has been acting strange, and I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong. I have always worried that her insatiable appetite was a general one, and not just for me. Could the child belong to someone else? Oh, Scarecrow is having doubts. She is lustful. And she has gone down the intrigue tree, so she might be doing, like, the seductress branch. I will... Oh. Do we have any kids already? We do. We have I Am the Viking. And Shadow Lord Ghost. Let's confront her then, because if she confesses, and then this child she has is a boy, then it won't be our dynasty, so that'll save us some hassle in succession. Though in my experience, they almost always deny it, even if they do have a lover. Of course the child is yours, Clorinda gently bites her lip. Why would you ever think otherwise? I don't believe her. Suspicions laid to rest. It seems that my fears may have been unfounded. Despite every effort on the part of my spies, I have found no indication that Petty Queen Clorinda has been unfaithful. Unfortunately, she has found out about my suspicions and is very disappointed in me. Another happy marriage, apparently. At least we're still in the plus with this wife. Right, where are we taking this army? To Leinster, perhaps? We have we have 4,000 men now, so... Even though it's not gone great for us so far, the war is still not over, guys. Keep those chins up. I like this music that's playing right now. I don't know how well you guys can hear it. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 minus 100%. I'm going to take a very big risk here, then. Since we're at minus 100%, the AI can force us to surrender. However, the AI generally gives a few days first. So if we assault this fort... 27 days? I don't think the AI is going to give us that long, but we can try it. Because if we take this county back, then it shouldn't be 100% anymore. It might be like 90% or 80%. But I don't think we're going to do it in time, but it's worth a shot. And this is very expensive on manpower. Oh, we got down to like 9 days, but we lost. 200 gold in reparations. 20 prestige, that's not bad. Factions are unhappy. Oh, another war lost. Oh well. You live and you learn, eh? Let's see the memories of King Scarecrow then. My grandmother Quicksoul died of old age in 909. I became friends with Kaysen. Oh, that's nice. So we're friends with Kaysen, Ablanky lass, because we bonded as children after sharing plenty of misadventures. This is my nephew. Okay. Then what happened? We married. My first child, I am the Viking, was born. My daughter was born. My father, Hoiblobvis, died of old age. I became the ruler of Cornwall, of course, and then I lost a war against Jarl Saga. I mean, it's a mixed start. We have the friendship. We have the child being born. We have the other child being born. But, you know, there is also loss. We need new court physician, so let's appoint Keenan. I'm not sure why we need a new court physician, because we were already employing this guy before. And normally it's only councillors that like quit their jobs on succession. I haven't seen many court positions vacate on succession before. The Danelaw's not looking too good. I think England taking over half of Wales was a really good idea on their part, because it seems that's made them just strong enough to resist the Vikings a bit better. Certainly not as sad looking as the De Jure borders. Still sad looking though. My cousin Sunifred was captured over in Barcelona. I have no idea who this is. Nor do I care. But that does remind me, do we have any prisoners? We do. A nobody and a very intelligent nobody. Wow. He's a lunatic, but he is a handsome genius, so let's get him. We'll find some use for him. In fact, I know exactly what we'll do with him. Invite to court. Yeah, I'm recruiting him from my prison. Clorinda presents me with a perfect little son. This is the son which I don't think is actually ours, but, you know, we have no way to dispute that now, so... For all intents and purposes, this is our son. The game wants me to call it Hoiblobvis. I don't think there are any other new names I need to use, is there? Because I already did Shadow Lord Ghost. I think Hoiblobvis would be a fine name, especially seeing as the original Hoiblobvis just died. So yeah, let's go for Hoiblobvis. We've recruited this guy, and now I want to make him my... where is it? Court tutor. There we go, I knew it. So he is excellent for the court tutor position because he has a high learning and he has the genius trait, so I think the threshold for excellent is like 60, so he's well into that. And having an excellent court tutor means we'll have much better education outcomes for every child learning in our court, and we have quite a few now. I don't need to add the 2 Hoi because if he ever becomes a ruler, he'll adopt the 2 automatically. Mango has now become a father to Moobot, because why not? Moobot just tagging him with the Discord thing. Should we execute this guy? He's a bit of a nobody. We would lose stress for being forgiving. Who just died? Oh, Vid. I liked Vid, he were a good lad. Oh, he was married to Lankylass. That's how he was in our court. So Lankylass needs to remarry now as well. Mind you, Lankylass is 40 years old, so maybe a bit late. I bet your spy master didn't find the affair because he is the affair. You know, you're probably right with that. That might be exactly what's happening. You know what? I'm going to move you to become the Chancellor of Vinidra. Don't trust you as the spy master anymore. And we have Artgal here, who is just as good at the job. And we'll sway him so he doesn't stab us in the back. Lankylass can marry... Not many good alliances. Have I got a filter on? No. I'll just keep it matrilineal then and get someone... You know what, let's use this opportunity to basically get a free knight. We'll look for someone who's really good at martial. I'm just gonna have a quick scan for some traits. Actually, we can just search it, can't we? What traits are there? Siege leader, maybe? Wait, not first names. Wait, maybe not siege leader then, maybe... The oven is cold. Too scared. I mean, there's a lot of candidates, but none of them seem to have good commander traits. I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. At least I can't think of any which I want specifically. Oops. Second choice then, let's just go for someone really smart. 28 learning, why not? Bit of a nobody, but we don't care. We don't judge peasants. We're an equal opportunity employer. BRB doing some EU4 testing. Well, I'm only streaming for another minute, so I am going to end the stream in a minute. It's about to turn 10 o'clock. We can ask our head of fear for gold. We haven't had this button available all game because, like, the entire time we've been playing as Hoy, who was an evil sinner. Sad times. Alas, it had to come an end eventually, Vinidra. I like free gold. This is the benefit of not being a sinner, because you can ask the gold for a tax refund. Here we are. Greetings, Petty King Scarecrow of Cornwall. I have considered your plight and decided to grant your request. This is to cover the cost of losing the war against the Vikings, I imagine. May these funds help you spread the true faith in your lands. Yes, very good. Praise St. Matthew, here comes the tax refund. Money, 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 money. Wait. Where did the money go? We already had minus 19, right? Or did it already trigger before I even accepted the event? I wasn't actually paying attention. God, we're in a bit of a sorry state of affairs at the moment. Sinner is better than Pope Gold. Yeah, let's end the stream now then. Just gonna set this up for next time though. Yeah, we need to recover our men, so we'll put it on that because it'll be cheaper. Just like real life, it's gone before you see it. Sad. Yeah, I think that makes this stream then. Don't know what I'm saying with that. I'm tired. Leave me alone. I'm going to quit the game while that's on now. Thank you to everyone that came today. It was lovely to see so many people in the chat. Very fun times we had, I think, this evening. Thank you to Shadow Lord Ghost for the follow. Thank you, Hoy, for the raid. Thank you, I Am the Viking, for the raid. Thank you, Bubbly Fairy, for the follow. Thank you, Mango, for the follow. It's all very much appreciated. You're all too kind. Oh, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it's happened, toy. Hey, at least I'm streaming again. I haven't stayed on like a permanent leave. The day did finally come where the channel is alive once more. Yeah, and thank you to all you lurkers who have apparently been here for most of the stream, keeping my view count pretty nice and high, I'd say, especially compared to recent streams. You're loved just as much as everybody else. Before I go, I'm just going to take this chance to remind everyone that I do have a Discord where there is a ping that goes out whenever I go live that you might find useful. You don't have to join if you don't want, and as of today, I also have a YouTube channel now, where I plan on uploading VODs of streams as soon as possible, that you have to give me a couple of days to get up to date on all the current VODs that need adding. So yeah, that's about everything I think from me. One more time, thanks for everyone that came today and the follows, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.